It's just that we are live, so.
Yeah.
Why?
In any case, how would you like to go ahead and start us off with intros?
Sure. Welcome everyone to Drink Talk Roll, our favorite little internet show, where we play D&D and do some drinking. I am your host, kind of, in that I am the DM today. My name is Hal. There's nothing to go follow. There's no like Instagram or Twitter or whatever. It doesn't matter. Most importantly, what you need to know is that we take shots when we roll natural ones or natural 20s on our d20 rolls, and maybe some other stuff we pepper in between. Who's to say? We ask that if you would like to drink along with us, you only do so if you are of legal age in your area, and if you do want to drink along, just do so responsibly. Please do not drink and drive. We all want to have some fun here, so please do so responsibly. But I'm going to pass it now to our next person. Pleiades, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thank you for passing it off to me. I am Pleiades, currently the host of Drink Talk Roll. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PLEIA_DS. I also happen to go by the surnames or the pseudonyms, the Digital Demon Lord, the Gingaby Shonen, and also currently working on reviving myself as a Yu-Gi-Oh's hidden boss, where I'm about to go ahead and go on a wild tear tomorrow at this week's MCS Saturday tourney, which actually starts at 1. I'm going to try and see if I can actually get a live feed of that up. If not, I'm going to find some way to chop that up and put that up somewhere else. But anyways, I'll go ahead and toss this over to Alavic. Well, actually, no, wait. I am playing my character for the campaign is named Pryor, a surly and not very bright barbarian who also occasionally has a penchant for playing instruments. But hey, he does the best he can with what he has, and bless his heart, He also doesn't actually realize he's a half orc. He insists that he's a full orc, but we'll get to that kind of flavor later on. I'll pass this off to Manuel, also who character's name is Oliver.
What's up? I'm Manuel, leader of A to J Connections. Um, and I'm playing the half elf ranger named Alavic. And we're gonna obviously talk about some level things later. But I just want to note that I think D&D is weird. That spell slots and spells known are two different numbers. I learned that today. And I'm going to pass it
Really?
off to Andrew, who I'm sure knew that all along. Um, there you
All
go.
right, hi. I'm gonna ignore that. Um, and my name's Andrew. I'm gonna be playing Mr. Wizard, and Mr. Wizard is gonna pivot today. We're pivoting.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got a taste of the lightning, and we're going full. We're going full lightning.
I saved this specifically for this stream.
Huh.
Question of the
What?
week: what's your favorite A to J moment? Bonus points if it involves Manuel being a boomer. Manuel legitimately doesn't know who CGP Grey is.
I still don't know who that is.
I think
You
if
know
you
what?
saw a
Yeah.
video from him, you'd know.
You know what? Let's wait until like one of us has to piss, or until Warren inevitably shows up and causes and derails us for like 10 minutes to go over who CGP.
Mr. Dude, whole lot of stick figure explanations of what the secession of the English crown is, how to fix traffic, how to fix airplane seating.
Anyway, how paint us a picture?
You've absolutely watched a video from him.
So you guys have painstakingly made your way
Oh,
through.
Pink Pleiades.
Wait,
from,
no,
like,
what are you
that
talking
area.
I
about?
will.
We got one more introduction to make. Oh wait, never mind, we did it already.
Yeah, we did it. Andrew did it. We're done. Warren's not here yet.
So you painstakingly made your way through a water temple, and much like Zelda, it was excruciating, and there were lots of things that you had to do first. But you eventually made your way down to this room, where you were able to open a large clam, and inside this beautiful, I don't know, mer woman, this magical mer woman, was inside. However, you noticed she was bound. She
What's her
had
name?
a manacle around her neck and chains that connected to the floor. When Hismar and Alavic went over to sort of try to break the chains, it burned their hands, and then this gigantic man appeared behind you guys, and that's exactly where we left off.
Kick Kalos, I'll save you.
But he bursts from flame and steam. You just see it pour out around him as he sort of gets his footing and looks around and sees you guys yanking at the chains. I guess I'll look at Alavic since you're the one that's here. and, and say, and just say,
Alavic,
"What do you think you're doing?"
trying to save this woman. Clearly not one. I mean, it says Alavic, clearly not looking for a fight.
Leave her.
Why?
Those chains are of her own making. She is a traitor to our kind.
Can I do
Sir,
like?
you ain't got no fins. How the fuck?
Can I do some sort of Can I try to find out what her kind is? Would
yeah.
I know?
And anyone who sees both of these now in context can give me. I think Arcana is the only relevant check.
Okay.
So any of you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah, that's not bad. Why are you rolling a
I
disadvantage?
gotta turn it off. Yeah, I gotta turn it off.
It just probably was
Didn't
toggled
matter.
and you didn't toggle off.
It did not
6 and
matter.
6. I've never seen a
mine's
double.
dog shit.
Oh, for what it's worth,
Sure.
mostly for the people at home because they already know. But anytime someone accidentally rolls at advantage or disadvantage when they're
shit.
not supposed to, I always just take the left number, just in case you ever see me, like, just roll with whatever they rolled. Okay. I mean, it's really hard to pick up on what these guys are. Alavic, if you had to guess based on solely the fact that one of them magically appeared and one of them came out of a vessel, the only thing that you can think of is, like, I guess a genie? Like in Arabian Nights, like a genie? But, like, one of them's blue. So, like, maybe there's something there.
believe they're called
So-
gins.
Shut up, Pleiades. Well, presumably Hismar is like a little shocked, literally, to respond. So I get closer, but I kind of like I kind of glance towards Pryor, and I'm like, Pryor, I think he's a genie.
A what?
You know, but sir, do you know how to grant wishes?
He looks down at you menacingly and says, "Of course I do. All of my people can."
I look back to Pryor. Yeah, I think he's a genie.
All right, we wish for this fine what
No,
fish gold to be
Pryor.
free.
Well, he already has. Since my my gentleman friend already spoke, it's not a bad wish. Is it possible that we can wish for this woman to be freed?
Unfortunately for you, you must release a genie from their bound vessel in order to be granted wishes.
All right, where's your bound vessel then?
Far from here.
Where?
And he looks around and he just says, "Although if you were willing to walk away from that thing over there," and he's like motioning to this woman who's been bound, he says, "I will grant you my boon. Not as strong as a wish, but still powerful."
I mean, you ain't really got boobs. I don't really know what you're talking about.
So Alavic, starts
Alavic, by the
pacing-
way, he does look down at you after hearing Pryor speak randomly out of turn and in comedic fashion. He looks down and says, "Control your pet."
Hey! You said
Right?
what?
Pryor, calm down for a second. Let me think this over. So I like kind of do my hand on my chin. Alavic does, and kind of like paces around a little bit to try to like just casually get closer to Mr. Wizard.
Well, Mr. Wizard wanted to do something while
Okay.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
like
While
while
you
they're
guys are
talking,
talking.
while they're having a guffaw, what are you doing over in the corner with your box?
No, I want to try to get over. What I want to do is I want to try to get at an angle.
Okay.
Because you said she's being
Oh.
held by these chains, right?
Yes, there is a chain approximately like on either side of her, like her
Okay.
left and her right. So like where
Yeah.
Hismar's standing and about there.
Can I throw my cool new trident to try to hit both of the chains potentially?
You can. It's probably going to be pretty difficult. I'd probably have you roll an attack roll with it at disadvantage to try to hit both. You do think, given that it's magical, though, and if you are attuned to it, has it been an hour? Or does it require attunement? I don't know. These are both questions that I assume we figured out, but here we are. But if you were to whip it at these chains and successfully hit, it almost certainly would break them. Like, magic usually defeats magic. We learned that from Jackie Chan Adventures.
It just says
Yeah.
I just need to speak its command word. I don't need to be attuned to it.
But yeah, you think hypothetically you'd be able to hit them, like, or you'd be able to break them rather if you hit them both.
Right. So I guess I'm gonna try. Because who cares at this point? I'm gonna use my
I think that giant guy
inspiration
cares.
though.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna
giant
use
guy's
my inspiration to try to negate the
Okay.
disadvantage.
I'm trying to
Can
think what's better, to roll twice with disadvantage, or just to negate it entirely. I'll just let you negate it, just for sake of saving time, and also just because odds are odds.
So just a regular trident throw.
Yeah,
then.
just a regular old trident throw. Use are you proficient in like javelins or spears or anything like that? Or whatever type of weapon those are. I don't know if they're martial or simple. But I need, if you're proficient, add your proficiency bonus, and then add dex to it, since you're chucking it. Actually, I'll let you pick strength or dex, because javelins use strength. So whatever you feel.
So yeah, if it is a javelin, if it's considered a javelin, I am proficient in it. If it is actually a trident, then I would not be.
It is not a literal trident. It's much too short to be like a proper trident. Like, if a gladiator was handed this and told it was a trident, and to figure it out in the ring, he'd be like, absolutely fucking not. You're fucking with me.
Okay. All right.
Like, the middle prong is like way longer than the other two. Like, but it is 3-pronged.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I got my bad roll out of the way.
Don't roll another one.
You think? I know. So you think?
Oh shit, he's back.
And here we go. Okay.
A 10. So, you go to chuck your brand new trident of lightning, completely shattering the chain on your side. But you do see it go slightly wide and ends up hitting this pillar before it ends up hitting the other chain. But you immediately just see Hismar, like, see you, see the trident, see the chain, see the big guy, and, like, while they're, like, mid-sentence, he just, like, grabs the other chain, and you can see his hands are, like, singeing as he rips apart the other chain as quick as he can before quickly letting go, and, like, you can see, like it's charred through any gloves he was wearing, like, any hand wraps he had are, like, fucking gone.
Hismar, grabber of chains.
Hismar, breaker of chains.
Breaker of chains.
That's a hero title.
And I'm gonna hide behind the pillar.
It's totally not from HBO
But
series.
you guys see both chains are now broken. You see the manacle that was around her neck just sort of like disappear into dust. And you can see her make eye contact with him. And he looks down towards, Alavic and Pryor just because you're in front of him. And he says, "You will be considered traitors as well," before snapping his fingers and disappearing into smoke.
Pussy!
So Alavic runs up to where he formerly was. Do I see any trace of him, or do I need to roll for that? Or?
Only so much as like some scorch marks on the ground and like maybe some soot from just like the fire.
Okay.
You believe him? He really crop dusted before he left. The nerve!
Is he? Wait, sorry.
Me in a crop dusting party. I'll crop dust all over his crop dust.
This is mildly off topic, but just for future reference, so future Manuel knows this. Are Jinn considered Celestials?
They're almost certainly elemental.
Okay,
They're
never
elemental.
mind. Forget it. Then that won't help
He's
me.
definitely an Ifriti. Is that how you pronounce it?
Ifrit.
Yeah.
Ifrit.
You can say Ifrit. You can also say Jinn, and you can say
like
Genie.
the Final
It doesn't
Fantasy.
matter. You'll like say something close or describe it. I'll know which one you're talking about.
Well, no, yeah, Djinn are those little guys, you know? Those little,
So, oops.
Are you referencing Golden Sun?
I'm referencing Golden Sun. Yeah, I fucking love that game.
This is a terrible idea to say out loud.
Stars crossed.
But,
Crossed.
One of my email addresses that I used to use back in the day before I just deleted it because I didn't need it anymore was the first name of all 3 of the protagonists from the Golden Sun series.
Uh-huh.
And people used to be like, why did you make that? Like, none of those are your real name. Why did you make this 3 random names? I'm
Right.
like, you'll never know. There's nothing I could possibly do to explain this to you.
Well,
There's I don't have enough time. There's too much lore. That's like asking me why I named my dog after a Bionicle. You know, like it's just I don't have time. You know.
A long time ago, me and Hal like decided like, oh yeah, game exchange. At one point, you play this game, you play that game. The immediate game he went to, fucking Golden Sun.
Golden Sun.
Yeah. I think yours was The World Ends With You, but I'm not positive.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
Fucking love that game.
Anyway,
Only physical game I still love for the DS.
You guys, again, that Ifrit disappears, and now you're left with just this woman and you guys in the room. And she looks down just kind of to all of you and says, "Thank you for releasing me."
Ma'am? Question.
Yes.
What does, who the fuck was that? And also, why did he seem so pissed about keeping you chained up?
We are both from the same class of genie. We are both higher beings than you mortals. And unfortunately, we are both wish-granting beings. He, however, likes to willfully misinterpret wishes, and I don't. He sees fit to say that by abiding to the intention of a wish rather than the wording, that I am a traitor to genie kind, and so he bound me here in one of my temples.
Ah, I see.
For releasing me, though, while I cannot, as he mentioned, grant you a wish because you have not released me from my proper vessel, I would be happy to grant you a boon, if you were willing to accept it, of course. I do not wish to impose on you.
Hell yeah, I'll accept a boob.
A boon. You cretin.
That's what I said.
Yes, ma'am. We would appreciate the boon.
As you guys
I'm gonna
sort
let
of
them go
accept,
first.
What's up?
They're going first.
That's fine.
We're gonna turn into a frog.
You guys kind of take turn kneeling in front of her, and she goes to basically like use her giant staff to sort of like knight you, and you can feel like a resurgence of energy and like you feel completely awake now. You don't feel exhausted from this dungeon. Like, you know, for mechanical purposes, your HP is returned to full. Any spell slots you had that were gone are back. You guys just sort of feel like a like, you know, you feel like you just ran a marathon and then chugged a gallon of water with no bad, like, negative repercussions. You know what I mean?
Nice. Okay, that was
for
that
sake
was
of
pretty
you
nice.
know what we're doing here, when we leave here, you guys are gonna level up twice now.
Oh, wait,
Hell
to 7?
yeah.
You didn't say that.
You would not have if you guys would have sided with the red guy.
Oh, okay. Red guy.
I already
So
had to talk to Andrew about this. I'm like, what if they accidentally get to like level 8 in 2 sessions? And he's like, it's fine.
Wow, that's fine.
Well, I guess I'll move away and I'll give Pryor his chance.
Yeah, she does the same thing for each of you. Again, you just feel very refreshed. I don't know. You just feel like not. I don't know. It's like just having an icy pop on a hot day. You know, like a nice ice cream cone, but you don't get brain freeze. Think of it like that.
Man,
but she does it
it's
for each of
almost-
you.
It's almost like I can kill dragons now.
She says, "I know this is a bit much to ask, but could I ask you all for a favor?
Mm-hmm.
There are
Yep.
other djinn like me, of different elements. I, of course, am water. The one you saw was fire. If you happen to run across either the arch-genies of earth or air, could you please tell them what you saw here today, and let them know that I am free? That's all I ask."
And so just sorry, just to clarify, you're the arch genie of water.
Yes.
Okay. I think Hismar is beyond words at the moment, but I do think he deserves some thanks for freeing you as well.
She did the same thing for Hismar.
I just wanted to acknowledge that he's the chain breaker. What was it? Chain breaker?
Breaker of chains.
Breaker of chains. Thank you. That sounds a lot better. Okay. So are you fine on your own now, lady?
Oh yes. Now that I've been released, I am able to return to my official vessel, and resume granting wishes to mortals like you.
Out of curiosity, do you have any idea where the other two genie might be?
If I did, I am not allowed to say. We are very rarely allowed to interfere with mortals outside of wishes. I can only grant you so much knowledge, so much power, especially outside of wishes. That is why we have such extraordinary power, despite being, beings of this plane. It comes with unbelievable restrictions.
Huh. Well, one last question, at least for me. I don't know if my friends have any, but say we run into who I assume is the Archgenie of Fire. Do you think he'd be exactly pleased with us?
No, but he has no direct way of doing anything to you. He can only do something to you if he is able to maybe provoke someone into wishing you ill will.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Okay. I look questioningly at the rest of the people, my homies, to see if they have anything to say.
I mean, yeah. So we're looking for 2 more genies, right?
Only if you
If we
happen
find
across them. I dare not task you with trying to find them.
How do they feel about wish granting? You said you're cool with it. You like following it, sort of like to the idea.
Yes.
How are these two? How are the other 2 guys?
I don't know. When I expressed my opinion, I ended up in here. That is why I was
what
hoping
was your opinion?
if you run across them, you'd be able to tell them what happened here. What was your question, Pryor?
I said, what was your opinion?
That I think all wishes should be interpreted based on their intent, not their wording.
Did you make a wish that put you in a clam or some shit like that?
No.
Wait, can genie magic work on genies?
Yes, if wished for by a mortal.
But
I'm gonna take my javelin back, by the way.
Today
Yeah,
I
you're able to
learned.
pick it up fine. Like you just pull it out of the pillar.
Well, damn.
Well, let us be off then, friends. I bid you good day, my lady.
And just in case you guys forgot, there is another exit. It's like right over here.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore. I
It's
closed
like-
that door.
It's like
we
10
closed
feet-
that door.
Oh yeah. That's right. You did take all the things out.
We took all the glass in case we ever want to come back and play with the dragon corpse. Where did Pleiades go?
He's just down at the bottom still. You
Oh,
you guys don't have to roleplay walking the whole way out of the temple. I can just take you back to Zenith.
Oh, let's go back.
No, I gotta drag this thing. Where is it?
You can bring it with you. It's
gone.
fine.
No, it's gone.
It's gone forever. It disappeared.
Oh no, it is gone.
But you guys make it back to Zenith unscathed, no issues. You're able to grab Vex, and between him and your resident ranger, you guys are able to navigate back pretty quickly. And I know we didn't get into much action or anything now, but if you guys want to take some time to level up, do that stuff, refresh, get spells, do that sort of things, maybe get your magic items identified, do a little bit of shopping with the gold you have to buy health potions or more magic items or fucking 10 tents and 15 pittons, whatever it is you want to do. We're going to have a little bit of downtime now.
Actually,
So
question.
real fast.
Hang on.
Okay, actually, go ahead.
Alavic, what do you want to do first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to
And then
split
I'll
up our
start.
loot,
You want to what?
and I want to split up our loot. And
Sure.
what that means is that I need to know what that gold was that not Hismar, Pryor found. Remember when he found like 18,000, like 3,000 or some shit?
Your character wouldn't even know that.
We were
You
there.
told us. Yeah, well, we were there, but you already told. Well, okay, this is getting meta, but you already agreed that we were going to
No,
split this.
if you're trying to meta, you figure out a way to do it in character.
Okay, Pryor. Remember back when we were at the water temple and you found all that gold, and I was like, "Hey, you can hold on to it, and we can split it." And with everything else for the record, and you agreed.
Yeah, well, how much
because,
gold you get?
Well, I got. Well, we got. In my possession, we have
got-
3,431. Now, I believe
That's how much
you
y'all
also.
got.
Well, let me finish. I believe you also got about 3,000, and I think we should just throw it all into one big pot and split it.
You believe I got how much?
Well, Pryor, similarly, like I told you in the at the water temple, lest we forget that Wake Thrasher was a gift from me, and I mean, you saw a reason then, and also I gave you we haven't identified it yet, but I gave you that great axe. I think it's
What a
only
great
fair
axe.
that.
Wait, I thought that the great axe is Wake Thrasher, isn't it?
Nope.
No,
No, we got a great axe.
Wake
Oh, we got
Thrasher is a
another
hand
axe?
axe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
Which is why I always think it might look really funny because you're huge. And you have a hand axe that you're like murdering everyone with. But
It works.
anyway. But yeah, we're getting ready to split everything up. We already split up most of the magic equipment. There's still some more we have to figure out before we split it up. But you mind just tossing your
How
gold
about
into
you
this
just
pile?
ask my character what he found instead of just like out of meta, like saying what he found.
No, that was me saying that was Alavic. We know what you found. We were there. And we already had no. Okay, this part's meta. I don't know if you remember Pleiades, but we had a discussion about this like 3 sessions ago. Like our characters know. So yeah, going back to the character. So yeah,
If the characters actually know, then all right. But I was gonna say, like, just fucking like just ask him. He's not smart enough to say numbers.
okay. Well, just don't throw your
But you
money
can
in here.
literally just ask him.
Okay, Pryor.
You're
let's play a
splitting up the
game.
gold.
Pryor, let's play a game. Throw your gold in this pile.
Legitimately? Yo, that's all you had to do. Oh, I definitely got all the most gold. Let's go. Let's play this game. And he like
Okay.
just fucking like slams down his entire fucking like everything.
Yes, like
Okay.
children at Chuck E. Cheese trying to figure out how many flippin' frogs they can buy with their tickets. You guys kind of pour everything out on the counter.
Okay, now for the record, we've already split up some of the things. I told you to remember the great axe. I hope you already did because I might have gave you something else. But before we split up any further, before I describe the whole thing, what we're going to split up, what is the gold amount Prior? I
assume
need
you're
to know the
asking
numbers.
prior, not prior to this.
Oh, sorry.
What is the gold amount, right?
What is the gold amount Pleiades? Because I guess Prior wouldn't know, but I just need the number so I could do the math.
Remember
1,245.
the exact.
Are you sure?
Oh, go ahead. There you
Okay. You
Yeah.
never
I
wrote
mean,
it
worst
down.
case,
I
we can
fucking-
scroll up in the chat pretty far, but
I
go. No, I
don't
just
know.
added it to my total like count was why.
No, yeah,
Well,
1,245.
There
I'll
we go.
take out 1,245 if you put that in there. But let me. So that means together we have 3, 4, 3, 1 plus 1. Oh, that's the best part of adventuring. So we have 4, 6, 7, 6 divided by how many of us are there? 5.
4.
There's 4.
We have to give it to Hismar. We're not giving to Hismar because he's not here.
Who's the 5th? Name out. Don't, no one help him. Name all the characters.
Oh, you're right. There was only 4 of us.
If you want to
on.
give a share to Vex, he will not turn it down.
You're right. Sorry. So each of us. Oh, you. Okay. I'm going to say the number. I'm going to say the number to Pryor first. So Alavic gets all of it together, and we're going to talk about the items in a minute. But for now, the easiest part is to divvy up the gold. So I slide over a pretty sizable amount back to Pryor. I'm like, Pryor, here's 1,169 gold pieces.
Nice.
Nice.
Why are you sliding this gold back to me? That's my gold. There's more
yeah.
gold in that pile. That's mine.
Yeah, it's yours. Here, have it. There, have fun. You could stack it and play with it, and yeah, here you go. And then done with
I'm
that.
sorry. How much was that again?
1,169. And then now that we're done with that, I pass the same amount to Hismar and to Mr. Wizard. Now, the only other things that I think one more thing we have to get rid of is that me, Pryor, and Hismar have 133 gold of our own because Mr. Wizard refused to go to that last chest with us. Oops, that's divided by 3, not by 3. So I'll take 45. No, I'll take. Oh, sorry, I meant that the other way. No, I meant it right. I'll take 45, and then I'll give Hismar and Pryor both 44. 44. You hear that, Pryor? Here's 44 more.
44 on top of what I already got. All
Yep.
right.
This is such a business transaction. And now I turn towards Vex. Vex,
Yeah.
look what we got. And I give him the 2 gems that clearly go to the. Sorry, something disconnected from my computer. It's scaring me up. It's scaring me. I give him the 2 gems that for the Corona Aurora.
You see his eyes glaze over as he's like, "Oh, thank you," and he just starts to go to put them in his mouth.
That's an interesting reaction.
You're just
but,
like me, FR.
But can we expect a reward for this, or?
I don't think we should give it to him. I'm gonna take it out of his mouth.
Sure. It takes a little wrestling, but you just kind of like pry his mouth open like a fucking like you caught a caiman in the jungle, and you just sort of take him out.
They're gonna
I
say
have
like when
one hand,
a
like,
kid, a
halfway
baby
in
has
his
something in
mouth.
their mouth and you fucking pull it out.
You guys are gonna find Vex later running around chasing someone. You're gonna be like, "Vex, what do you have?" He's just gonna go, "A knife," and you're gonna go, "No."
Well, well, Alavic, after seeing Vex like try to eat the jewels, is like, you know what? We'll deal with that later. And then, unless anyone has any objections, I want to run off to the Wizard's Tower so we can identify all of our items.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Vex 50 gold for his troubles. He's been I'm gonna be like, Vex, you've been a lot of help to us, and I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna like put it in I want his hand, and I want to put it, and I'm gonna like whisper him like, for your troubles, don't tell him.
He shoves it all weirdly into his backpack, and like you see his backpack's really full now, and he sort of scurries up your leg and up to your shoulder, and he gets really close to you, and he goes, "Thank you," and he scurries off back towards your headquarters.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone has the inventory. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so worried that Pleiades' inventory is fucked, but it's not my issue. We
My
tried.
inventory is actually decently like.
That'll be
So
fine.
let's head
It's
off to the wonderful Wizard of Oz and go identify some items.
Sure.
Alright.
You head off to the 5th Division to try to get your stuff identified. Are you just gonna like
Yeah.
do the same thing as last time? Go to the receptionist, be like, "Hey, we have a bag of magic items. What are we doing about it?"
Yep. Let's do it.
This time, he says, "So unfortunately, unlike last time, we don't have any of our division just sort of handy. However, the head captain is available. I assume that's okay. These are probably high-level magic items, of course. So you know, he'd be happy to identify them for you. If you could just go ahead back behind me, you'll see a little pad to stand on, and it'll take you to the top of the tower."
Okay. So we go back and we pad our way to the top.
You guys, I'm gonna hold back for a second, and I'm gonna be working on my disguise kit as there.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we
So-
establish if like we even know he's the same person or he's like a third person?
No, I'm not going to that the old man again.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, I forgot. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
so we get
So
back
we'll
to
do
the
you
top
two,
of the
and then
top.
we'll do Mr. Wizard.
I'll
you
join you guys. I'm not gonna
Okay.
be too long, I don't think.
Okay. You guys appear at the top of the tower. You could even see, like, as you look behind you, you're several stories up. You can see across Zenith, and you walk inside of a door, and you can see a very old man, very long white beard, classic wizard hat. It's like, you know, just this big cloth hat bent at the top. He's wearing these long flowing robes, under robes. Like, you can see he's got like a giant
a lot of
staff in
robes.
one hand, and you can see he's just sort of pondering a large book as he's stroking his giant beard.
Hello, kind sir. We have many magic items that you might want to take a look at. Maybe give us some of your knowledge on.
He says, "Oh, I'd be happy to. Come on over." And he sits down at a desk very slowly, painfully slowly. You see him sit down at this giant, like, rickety old wooden desk. Not, like, nice and mahogany or anything. Just this real shit desk, like you find in, like, a Skyrim bandit house. You know what I mean? and he sort of like pats the table as if to have you set stuff down on it.
So I start laying these items out. Specifically, I have two daggers.
Do you want to just go kind of one by one, and
Yes, there's
we'll
two
do
daggers.
everything? So just give me an item. If I give you any vague description for it, give me the description for it. If not, just let me know what
Yeah.
it is.
So just two daggers for starters.
Sure thing. It looks like one of them is a +1 dagger, just a normal +1 dagger, nothing super fancy.
Okay.
The
Okay.
other one is called a Corpse Slayer.
Ooh. Okay.
This means that it is a +1 dagger. However, if you are to attack an undead, it does an extra die of whatever damage it does. So in this case, this is D4. And it will give that undead disadvantage against a turn spell, which usually are only done by clerics. But
Okay.
just in case that comes up, in case someone's taken 2 levels of cleric.
Advantage to turn undead. Okay, I got that noted. And next, I pull out the long brown stick that has rupees at the end.
Ha.
Huh.
That
I
was
believe
exactly
that
the-
one is the Wand of the War Mage.
Wand of the War Mage. Okay.
It is a +1 Wand of the War Mage. There are multiple types. This one's +1. Whenever you're holding it, you gain a bonus to your spell attack rolls based on that number.
Okay.
And you can ignore half cover. Not that we run into that a lot, but it's another advantage of it.
Bonus.
So basically
to
gives your
spell
spells
attack
+1
rolls.
to their, attack.
Okay. And then these are from a little bit while back. But I got two. Well, this is for your knowledge, obviously. He doesn't need to know that. I got two mysterious scrolls.
Hang on, I'm just gonna Control F on scroll.
Oh wait, holy shit! I'm so sorry.
What?
Oh,
We should
is
talk.
Warren?
Shoutouts. Also had my session today. I'm super excited for the next session. It's going to be a murder mystery at the Games World's version of Andy Kaufman's 20th death anniversary.
Oh, he's playing his
Fucking
own game.
good.
Why isn't he joining
I'm glad
us?
your session's going well.
I'm kidding. It's cool. But yeah, so two mysterious scrolls.
I'm sorry, I got completely. Hang on, let me Control F and go back to the scrolls.
Oh my god.
Okay. I have both of their spells pulled up. I assume you're ready to write them down.
Okay.
One of them is Bane.
Bane.
The other is Inflict Wounds.
Inflict wounds.
And just so you guys know how I do scrolls and wands, I don't know if this is different for other versions or not, or if I just like co-opted this directly from the rules. But scrolls are basically an extra spell for a class that can cast that spell. So for instance, if I gave you Cure Wounds, it would be like if you were carrying an extra spell slot and spell around in your pocket, because you can already cast Cure Wounds. If you were carrying a Wand of Cure Wounds, you could hand it to any one of these fucks, and they could cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
It's just that the scroll becomes consumed when the spell is successfully cast. The wand has charges that sometimes come back, sometimes they don't. It depends on the wand. Usually they come back. But just so
Okay.
you know how scrolls and wands work. So wands are anyone.
Fucking
But they have
scrolls.
charges. Scrolls are one-time use, and they have to be used by the person.
Perfect. So speaking
Anyone
of
who can
wands,
cast that spell, by the way. So if one of you can cast Bane, you can use that scroll.
nice. So speaking of wands, there is one more wand, and it's from the previous dungeon we did. So there's a wand I have, no description, just a wand.
No description, just a wand. Now I have to fucking...
Yeah, I was carrying this one around in my inventory since the last one. I forgot to identify it with Wake Thrasher.
Sorry, I've gotten much better at keeping notes. I have a list of all of the magic items you guys have found. Before I was doing a page per dungeon, which was not the move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, okay, I found it already. That was way easier than I would. It is a wand of pyrotechnics.
Oh.
So it has 7 charges. While you're holding it, you can use an action to expend a charge from it. So one of its 7 charges. It just creates a harmless burst of little multicolored light.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, and so 4 rings. Just gonna toss the 4 rings wings for rings on the table.
Sure. I'm gonna go write down the ring list. You let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. The first two are both rings of protection.
Okay.
I will look it up just so I don't tell you the wrong thing.
Just +1 to AC.
Are
Yeah,
you sure
it'll
it's
say
not
like
also plus 1 to saves? Because it might also
And
be plus 1
saving,
to saving
yeah,
throws.
and saving throws while wearing the ring.
Yep, plus 1 to AC
Oh.
and saving throws.
Okay. And next,
There is a ring of mind shielding.
mind shielding.
This one says whenever you wear the ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type.
Okay. And the last one?
What
the
if you're
last one
too
is
stupid for them to
is a ring
realize it?
of warmth, which gives you resistance to cold damage, and also means you can survive in unrealistically cold environments. Up to like I think
they
it's like
sell that at
minus 50 or
Spencer's.
something.
Okay. So, I'm gonna
By the way,
sorry,
some
one
of
more thing.
these items might require attunement, and you can only be attuned to 3 items at a time. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't just start like throwing all these items on. I know, yeah, that's typically the whole thing too. Well, you can wear them, but then it's just a normal thing, right? Isn't how that works? But anyway, so the last one we have, actually, there's one more thing after this, but I assume this is game related. But the last one we have is the big plate armor, the evil looking plate armor.
Ooh, hang on. Did I write this one down properly? I don't see it. So
And I don't think any of us can wear this, but yes, but we have it.
I don't want to call it the wrong thing, so I'm making sure to pull it up. I want to say it's called Dread Armor, but I don't think that's right.
I mean, it could be.
Demon armor?
It might be Demon Armor. Plus 1 AC. Yes. This is it. It's called Demon Armor. While you're wearing it, you get a +1 bonus to AC. This specific armor is plate, so you would get plate armor bonus, and then another AC on top of that. You can understand and speak Abyssal. And in addition, the clawed gauntlets on it turn unarmed strikes into magic unarmed strikes, and they deal slashing damage. And they give +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls. And they make your instead of anyone who's not a monk just does 1 damage when they punch someone. If you're wearing this armor, you'll do a D8 plus whatever bonuses.
So so basically, unless one of us multi-classes into a stronger warrior, this is mildly useless, but I'm gonna keep it in my house for a bit. And it'll be like the Radioactive Man episode, because technically this is Mr. Wizards. So me, Pryor, and Hismar are gonna like just share this. But anyways, so
was that all of your magic items, by the way?
This is the very last one, and I don't know if these are story, which is why I saved them to the very end. We have 2 orbs.
Oh, one is an orb of direction, and one is an orb of time. The orb of direction lets you know which way north is at all times. The orb of time lets you know what time it is at all times.
Oh, okay.
The orb of time basically just shows you at what phase the sun is on that day. So, like, if you look down at the orb, it'll show you, like, where the sun is in the sky, basically, like, vaguely. And then the orb of direction is literally just a compass. Like, when you hold it, it'll always point to north. So if you then turn this way, it'll point, north. Super simple, super easy.
Well, I'm going to look at Mr. Well, we thank the sir, and I assume Mr. Wizard's just hanging in the back, pretending he's like he doesn't know this person.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard's got like a popped collar now. He's like, he's wearing like a button-down shirt, but it's only like 3 buttons deep,
Well, fucking scar. Wow, wait, literally this.
I turned towards
1
Mr.
button
Wiz.
lower. And like
this is 3 buttons, son.
Oh, okay.
Top button,
Then,
second button, third.
He's
button.
just a frail little man, so it doesn't look like that much.
I turned towards Mr. Wizard. I'm like, Mr. Wizard, would you like to ask kind gentleman
Mr.
sir
Who?
anything?
They call me Tony Two Teeth. What are you talking about?
Alavic's very confused, but shakes his head. Just he already knows that Mr. Wizard is quite eccentric. Just shakes his head and just like, Pryor, how about you show the kind gentleman your great axe?
All right. I go to whip out my great axe.
This is indeed a great axe. It's a +1 great axe. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
It just means you get +1 to attacks and damage rolls.
Yeah,
if you
so
were to
pretty
use this
much-
axe.
Just keep
What
it
if I
around in
like
case you
compare
need
that to
it.
this axe over here, and I pull out Wake Thrasher?
You don't
I
have to-
mean, it just depends on which one you want to use.
I mean, which one like does more like whoopity do?
Okay, that's a meta question, but wouldn't it be Wake Thrasher?
So Wake
No.
Thrasher does a D6 plus a D4. The other one does a D12 plus 1.
Oh, so no. never
Whatever
mind.
you want to do with that information, do with it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wake
For the
Thrasher
record-
could also be successfully thrown. Because hand
Yeah,
axes
so-
have the thrown affix, whatever the fuck it's called. It just
Good
means that
looking
it's
at.
not hard to throw
The
them. Like,
throw
they're
command,
designed to be
yeah.
thrown, so you don't get like disadvantage for trying to chuck it at someone.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
fair enough.
So, huh? Go ahead.
So is this guy? Does he sell stuff, or is is the guy just like?
This is the captain of the 5th Division. You might have been told about him maybe once. This is, where's his name? Archibald Archimedes. The person you met last time showed you his lieutenant, which was Hoof, which is the name of his red Kanku lieutenant. Typically, Kankus are named after noises, so theirs is the name of the sound of a fireball. So it's Hoof.
So this guy isn't necessarily selling us stuff. He's just kind of.
He probably isn't a proprietor. You would probably
Okay.
find that just somewhere in town. Likely
Okay.
run by the 5th Division, if you had to guess.
All right. Then this was a waste of time for me, but I'm gonna stay in character.
That's fine.
I'm gonna be like, hey, how you doing, man? My name's Tony Two Teeth. How you doing today?
the way he said
Good.
that.
Do you have 2 teeth in this disguise?
I do, yeah. I smile the whole time I'm smiling, and I have like 2. I have all my teeth, but 2 of them I have put like gold on them.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
2
yeah.
of them, they're golden, and I'm just like this wide smile.
identified today?
I kind of open my eyes wide, and I'm like, oh, I got some good stuff for you today. And I'm gonna pull out. The first thing is gonna be this 3-foot long stick with the white top.
Mhm.
I'll be like, why don't you take a look at this? Tell me what I got on my hands here.
Sure. There are 2 staves I gave you. I want to make sure
Yeah.
I know which one's
I have
which.
the one with the white top, and then I have one with a red cap on it.
I mean, you're getting both identified at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Okay. One is a staff of defense, one's a staff of healing. Let me find out which one's which. Why will this not get pulled up?
What switches do
The
you
staff of
use?
defense is the white one.
Are they loud?
Are they what?
No,
My
that was
switches?
how typing.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
not
was gonna say
typing.
how switches like they're kind of like nice. I was like legitimately asking like those are kind of like nice like therapeutic switches.
Oh, because I was typing right now too.
Oh, I
Oh,
also thought
shit.
You were hearing.
Everybody just post what your switches are.
Well,
Razor yellows, which is to say, fuck you, they go by their own system.
Well,
Yep, that sounds about
o-
right.
only so we could save the time later because I have a running tally for Hismar stuff he has to get in a second.
Uh-huh.
Do you care to tell us what the belt and the sling are?
Yeah, the sling is +1, just a +1 sling.
Okay.
And the belt is a belt of key. It just gives the wearer an extra key point if they have a key pool.
Oh, extra key point.
I mean,
Okay.
he can also ask that later when he
Yeah, I'll
joins
just
us if
toss
he
that.
does.
True.
Just
Very true.
So I guess we could leave. Ooh, excuse me. Thank you, kind sir.
Mr. Wizard, do you need the stats for staff of defense or staff of healing, or are you good locating this?
Staff of defense. I guess I'm just drawing up one. Maybe I do need.
Yeah, I got it. So a staff of defense, while holding the staff, you get +1 to your AC. It has 10 charges on it, and you are able to cast certain spells based on the amount of charges you use. So it has 10 total charges. You can use 1 to cast Mage Armor, or 2 to cast Shield. And then the staff regenerates like 1d6 plus 4 charges every day at dawn or whatever. But if you roll a 1, it shatters and is destroyed.
Oh wait, before we run out, can you tell us what these orange potions are? I know he's not really
Yeah.
an
Those
alchemist,
are
but you know he probably
potions
knows.
of giant strength.
Oh, okay. 2 potions of giant strength. Okay, that's all we need. Giant. Sorry, so I'm getting ready to start divvying this up amongst us, but I just like wait, what do we have? Okay, thank
Damn.
you, kind sir. Let's
Good
go
on you
outside.
for being organized.
Well, this was always my minor pet peeve. I don't know if you guys would do this, but like we used to fight in my old campaigns about like who kept what. And so like entire sessions would be us just divvying things up. So this is actually the nicest I've ever had it. Like you guys have not yelled. Well, Pleiades kind of has, but haven't yelled at me much.
It's just in character.
also-
Like it's literally for the gag.
I also have a green potion.
The green potion is a potion of maximum power.
Well, he's going to keep, he can keep that on his own. So let's
I'm
go
not
outside.
positive for that one, but I'm pretty sure it just means you automatically roll max on some damage die. The first time you cast a damage dealing spell of 4th level or lower within a minute, instead of rolling dice, you just use the absolute maximum possible.
Oh, okay.
So if it's fireball, no rolling. You just tell me like 6 times 8 or whatever. But it has to be a spell of 4th
48.
level or lower.
So one thing I remembered from elementary school.
So let's head outside. And first off, I happen to have 5 potions of lesser healing. So just to get off the bat, I'm gonna give one of each of those to us. So Hismar's gonna get one.
Uh-huh.
And you guys, by the way, you guys can start fighting me if you really want. But if you guys like, hey, I want 2. But I'm gonna give one to Mr. Wizard, one to Hismar. But I am gonna give Pryor 2 because that fucker has a lot of. He might need him more than everyone else.
You do be right.
So you're getting 2 extra. Make sure you mark that. So that's 2, 1, 4, and I'm keeping 1. I'm only keeping 1 for myself.
What a guy.
And
Do extra what now?
And only because he didn't. I look at Mr. Wizard in the eye. I'm like, only because I feel a little bad that we kept that little bit of treasure because you didn't want to go with us to the last room. We all did drink a potion of greater healing before we went to that room, and I know they're gone now. But here's the extra one I still have, and I give him the one remaining potion of greater healing. If you want to take it, you don't have to. I guess.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there when that happened, but free potion's a free potion. I'll take it. Hey, Tony Two Teeth ain't above taking charity.
True.
Okay. So
A potion of greater healing?
Yeah, just one. So does anyone want anything from this stuff? I assume orbit direction, orbit time will kind of just be a group thing. I'll keep them though, but I was planning on giving Hismar ring. Well, he's not to wear it obviously, but ring of protection. But do you want any of this stuff, Mr. Wizard? Any of the magic-y things? And then Alavic legit asking. That's not like me being meta. I'm like, do you want any of this stuff? Because I'm looking at like, and Alavic even looks at all the magic stuff. Like, sure, he could technically use it, but like.
I mean, I will take one of the ring of protections for sure.
Okay, so I'll give him one of those. My AC's high enough already, and Alavic is like, I don't need anything but the Wyvern Spur armor to protect me.
Yeah, the fucking no. I'm kidding.
Oh fuck you. Anyway, so there's one left. Would you want the wand of pyrotechnics? I noticed you kind of like you used a fancy trick back with the bandits a few days ago.
Yeah, I just started a fire. I don't know.
Well, you know what? We'll just hold on to everything else. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. As we are.
Yeah, I don't need to be attuned to it, so I'll take the wand of pyrotechnics.
Oh, so I'll hand it to not Hismar, to Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
I'll
be the wand boy. I don't mind.
I am gonna take the corpse slayer and keep that motherfucker close by.
Keep that thing on you.
That's the only thing and I'll fix my character later, but I probably won't do it this session, but I might even use that as his main second weapon, even though we don't always go against undead. Alavic doesn't like undead.
You're going to have some downtime here to level up, and I'm going to do the whole thing with Pleiades live, so, like, you have plenty of time to do that. I would do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
or rather, in a couple minutes when you guys kind of, like, officially start your level up time.
Okay, well, I'm done. I think we're done now with splitting up everything. I hope
Okay.
everyone
Did you
noted
guys want to do
everything.
any like pre-leveling up shopping or anything like that, like to
I
buy
mean,
other stuff?
I need to shop.
Sure.
Okay, you can go ahead. I'm just gonna
You guys all
fix some-
sort of, as a group, head back into town. Do you guys want to drop off the orb? Or, I'm sorry, the crown jewels first?
Oh yes. I assume
Not
we have.
particularly.
I mean, you'll get paid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
well
I'm
then
going-
yes.
So,
Actually,
just in case you
particularly,
go
yes.
there and you're like, oh shucks, I'm 20 shekels short. Like,
So we go back to the main place, and I'm like, who are we reporting to? I forget his name.
Garm?
Garmer. So I'm like, Garmer, I don't know about your boy, the kobold. Like his name escapes me at the moment.
Vex.
But yeah, Vex.
If only it was one syllable and easy to remember.
He tried to eat these, but I think they're none the worse for wear. Mr. Wizard, care to hand them over?
I wouldn't have these. I would have given them to you after I.
Oh, okay.
took
So
it
I
out
have
of his
them.
mouth.
Never mind. So ignore that
Yeah.
last part. I just hand them to the.
He
There you
takes
go,
me
it
and says,
works.
all right, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty happy you guys were able to sort of like make your way in there. It's a pretty straightforward thing. I'm glad the key worked. I assume it worked. You didn't just sort of go on like an extra sort of little adventure, nothing. Like you did go into the place we sent you, right? Like this wasn't a separate place entirely, right?
Yeah. Also, I don't know if the bastards do hazard pay, but my friend Mr. Wizard back there actually, well, our friend Hismar actually nearly died, and our friend Mr. Wizard there had to save us because there was a dragon in there.
Okay. And did you come back alive after defeating everything in there?
I mean, we're here, yeah, but
So is this the second time now that I had to remind you I wouldn't send you somewhere if I didn't think you had a chance to come back alive?
I mean,
It's
I
just that like I'm a
guess.
professional and I just sort of know what I'm doing, and I wouldn't send you into something that's certain doom. So, sort of seems like maybe I'm gonna pay you and then get you another job lined up now. So,
Yeah, just give us the pay.
sure. He hands you a pouch that has miscellaneous, coinage in it, but it totals to 1,600 gold.
And that
1600.
and that's to be split, correct?
Yes, that's between all of you.
Okay.
Not Vex.
So,
I will pay him separately for his good deeds.
okay. So in case you don't, Alavic is an honest man, so he splits it to 400 each.
4,000.
Is
400.
it 1,600? No, yeah, 1,600. 400.
400. Oh, I thought you said 16,000.
No,
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard that too the first time,
1600.
too.
Okay.
Well,
400. Okay.
I do have a decent amount of gold. I'm like kind of rich. Just
Whoa.
on my own.
Yeah,
We
just,
all
just to,
kind
gi-
of
just
are,
to
to
give
be
players
fair.
at home a vague idea of how much a gold is worth. Typically in 5e, 1 gold is approximately $100. Approximately. So like, if you're a guard, you make like 2 silver a day max.
Yeah.
So these guys just got 400 gold each.
And yeah, doesn't it cost like I forget how many gold to live a day? That's what the ratio is. Like if you're like living high class. So I think I have
For
enough
high
gold to
class,
live
it's
high.
probably maximum like 2 gold.
Yeah, exactly. I think I have enough to live high class for a couple years if I just retired right now. But anyway,
You got there. Good job.
I'm gonna go ahead and I guess that's it for that. Oh, so before we get to the next job though, I'm gonna turn towards back. I mean, his game Garmer. I swear,
Yes.
all those names came out at once.
You were like a
Um,
parent with like 3 or more children.
I'm
You will just
listening
say
to Garmer.
every name before the actual person you're trying to address.
I'm like Garmer. I also don't want to concern you, but there were other people there when we got there, and I don't mean just another bastard or two, or like maybe
Other
Hismar that
people.
came after. But there was a legit small army of like bandit-looking people who were down there.
Yeah, show them that we got it. We literally got a piece of paper.
Oh, we did. I forgot about that. And I handed the piece of paper that had the hand drawing of the the jewel. they were
crown,
looking
the
for.
jewels
The
and
crown.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised. As I mentioned what would be in game like 4 or 5 days ago, but which was 2 months for us in real life. As I mentioned before, the gems sort of, without being magical, tend to gravitate towards one another. But that's never a good thing, because when you get enough of them together, then all of a sudden you got a bunch of bloodthirsty, sort of like greedy little guys who want to get the crown or get the jewels or something. So this is only going to get more dangerous as time goes on.
Well, that sounds like fun.
We
How
only
we
have
getting
we only have
involved with
like
that?
2 jewels or something left to get.
Well, just I guess just give us the next mission.
Sure. I'm getting something together, but whenever you're ready, you're gonna head down to the 14th district. It's a little abandoned, a little musty, but you're supposed to meet someone there by the name of Samuel, and he will sort of tell you what you're supposed to do. He says he's able to commission us and pay us in one of the jewels that he apparently just sort of has, and as well as some gold. I'll obviously pay you the gold, but bring back the jewel. But he needs you to go do something about like some sort of little ruins or something, or he needs like an escort there. It's. I'll let him explain the details. You know, you'll figure it out. I trust you.
Okay. So we're gonna, are we gonna go do our little leveling up nonsense right now, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go shop and
Oh,
start
yeah.
leveling up and do whatever. And I'm gonna put a soft cap at 11:15 our time, so whatever that is in Pacific time, 3 hours before that. Basically, I'm gonna give us about a half hour to sort of level up, buy stuff, whatever. I don't intend for it to take that long, but I am gonna help Pleiades do it live, so maybe it does take
Yeah,
that long.
and Hismar, Mr. Wizard can go ahead and talk to you about the shopping. I'm gonna look up something real fast and organize the
I mean,
inventory.
11:15. That's about 45
Half an
minutes
hour.
from now.
No, it's half an hour, pretty much exactly.
How many
11:15.
magic shops are
Well,
here?
There is
35
one
minutes.
major one. There are some minor ones, but most of them are like stalls or like little things you'll find in the bazaar, where like you'll find things like a coin that you can choose whether it flips heads or tail. Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of magic, which is useful, but like you're not gonna find a +2 weapon or a flame tongue or, you know,
Right,
an arch magi robe of the stars and moon or any, you know what I mean?
No, I'm not looking for anything fancy. I'll start with the major shop. I'm gonna
Sure.
walk in, like swagged out, with my collar popped.
With the cock out.
Were you here last time when you went to the alchemy shop?
No.
That's unfortunate
No.
for you. So you go to this magic shop, which happens to be opposite, or not opposite, behind? It shares a building. It's back to back with the same alchemist they went to before. But you go inside, and right away you can see like big glass cases. Some of them have locks. Some of them look like they're magically enchanted to stay shut, probably due to the dangerousness of the item inside. And you can see there's tons of stuff hanging on the walls between staves, swords, shields, armor, all sorts of magical trinkets, doodads, you know, bags, everything in between that you might consider something useful whenever you walk in. But I'll let you sort of browse at your leisure. Is there anything in particular you're looking for, or like, you know, a type of thing you might gravitate towards?
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna just start kind of strolling around. But I am gonna go up to the proprietor, whoever's like in front. Be like, hey,
You walk right up to the counter.
hey, how you doing? My name's Tony Two Teeth.
The proprietor turns around. Continue.
I'm actually here on some business. My boss is trying to get some stuff wholesale.
Oh no, hang on.
You know,
He disappeared.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
Okay, he's back.
Wait.
hello.
Hey, we're
You're
back.
back. You're good. Continue.
Okay. My boss, he's trying to buy some magic items wholesale. He's starting to, you know, with all the trouble going around with all my boss. He's a merchant. We're just trying to get a couple magic items wholesale. See if we're kind of going around trying to get some prices. What's your name, sir?
I'm so disappointed you weren't here for this. He turns around and he's got hair that sort of like, he's completely bald on top, and he's got hair that sort of extends out to the sides. He's wearing what looks like almost a mechanic's jumpsuit, like a modern mechanic jumpsuit. Obviously it doesn't look exactly like that. The zipper isn't there and stuff, but he turns around and says, "Oh, I'm so happy that you could join me today in proprieting my wares." And he sort of motions across his stuff. He says, "Are you looking for anything in particular in bulk? Are you looking for several, I don't know, magical swords, some kind of dagger, perhaps you're interested in potions? I also am a proprietor of potions and other sort of elixirs and stuff like that."
honest, he runs a caravan business. We're just trying to keep our caravan safe, and his thought is if we get some immovable rods, we put them as sort of barriers in between the caravan, the outside. So we're looking for maybe like, again, the best price you can give me, maybe 3, maybe 4.
For specifically immovable rods.
Ah!
So for a rod of such immovability, normally I would charge something like, let's say, about 800 gold pieces for just someone right off the street. But if you were willing to buy several, I suppose I could give you a bulk buyer's discount. Is there a certain number you were looking for? 3 or 4? 90 or 100? What are you looking for?
Trust me on this. We're looking for a small amount right now, but if they work, if they're legit, then we'll come back and we'll probably buy maybe 100, maybe 150. Well, this is a lucrative deal for you.
I believe you. I do need you to give me a specific number, though.
Okay.
It's impossible to sell you 150 unless you tell me you need 150.
I think we'll start with 3 for now.
You want to start with 3 for now? Okay, I suppose I could do a 50 gold discount on each. That's a pretty substantial drop.
You said 800?
They're 800 normally, so it'd be 750 a piece after that, so they'd be like 2250 or something. For 3.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Well,
They are rods that you cannot move.
I mean...
Yeah, that does it.
What are you guys doing? Sorry, I'm kind
What
of.
am I doing?
I got distracted because I'm like trying to level up my character a bit.
Was there anything else you and your boss were perhaps interested in, or if you wanted to increase the amount?
You know what? I'll bring this number to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back, see if he's okay with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, that seems a little high. But,
Did you have something a little lower in mind you could negotiate? I don't know if you're allowed to do that, or if that's sort of something for your boss.
he brought me here. He gave me 1,600 gold, and he said, get as many as you can, so...
Give me a... Gosh, this is tough, because you're like half lying, but you're also just trying to negotiate. Give me deception. Because you're doing this as part of like an elaborate lie.
Right. I will say, as an actor, I do have advantage on deception checks.
I believe you.
And as well as my Bard College, which I
Uh-huh.
don't remember the name right now.
I've conveniently forgot it.
No, it's the eloquence. If I make a deception check, I can always treat a D20 roll that's 9 or lower as a 10, okay?
Okay.
So, keep that in mind before I roll.
Did you
I will
see
keep
me
all
try
those
to-
things in mind.
Sorry, I figured it out more. I figured it out finally.
Manuel, you are doing the equivalent in chat to holding your keyboard up to your ear and going, "Watch Fox News now." And I go, "That's not how it works." But this is Alexis. No, that's not.
At least
Alexa.
that's a channel.
That's
Okay,
just
there.
that's a keyboard. But it's the computer.
Okay.
No,
Eight,
what do you
8,
like?
10, +1. I couldn't get the fucking thing to work. Sorry. Ignore me. Ignore everything I'm doing. Just keep going.
He says, "Well, if you were willing to bring me further business in the future, it sounds like your boss is willing to part with large sums of gold. You said you have 1,600. I suppose I'd be willing to part with 2 rods for 1,200.
I'm gonna give him a toothy smile and be like, "Sir, you're a hard bargain. You have yourself a deal." And I'm gonna reach out to shake his hand.
Yeah, he reaches out and shakes your claw, whatever.
Okay.
He says, "You sir have yourself a deal," and you immediately see him turn around and sort of unceremoniously open this little like this bag that he shoves his entire arm into. And you see him pull out like a rubber chicken. He goes, "No, that's not it." And he reaches his hand in again. And you see him wiggle it around. He pulls out like an actual living rabbit. He says, "No, but I suppose I could throw this one in for free." And he puts it on the counter as it just sort of hops away. And then he reaches in again, and he pulls out another one, and he goes, "Oh!" And it seems to be a small bottle of mustard. He goes, "Mustard? That's ridiculous. Why would that be in here?" And he finally pulls out 2 immovable rods for you. And he shows you how they work. I'm sure you already know, but there's a little button
You
at the top
done
that makes them
fucked up.
immovable.
Okay.
No,
Sorry.
I do want to immediately leave and then use my disguise kit again to become the old man. And maybe
Okay.
like half an hour later, I want to walk back in, hunched
Sure.
back, sort of thing over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, delightful old man. What can I do for you today?
My kids, they got arrested, and I need to sell some magic items to make bail.
Okay, I'd be happy to take some off your hands if you got something lying around.
Yeah, I have a staff of healing and I have a staff of protection that I would like to sell. I sort of like slowly and like as I'm shaking my claw, I kind of put it all over. I'm just trying to, if I could sell them or maybe even trade them, I guess, if you can, if that's something that's possible.
And he sort of like looks them over. He says, these are actually pretty good magical little items. They seem to be something quite rare. Did you have a price you were looking for in mind or anything, or?
I'm sorry, retroactively, can I look around? Does he have anything that's like, that seems like it's emitting lightning from it? Because I got an itch right now.
Roll a investigation.
Okay. I'm not very good at it, but...
Okay. So as you look around, you do see there is at least one case. It's like probably about this long. Like it's pretty reasonably long. Inside, you can see a staff that extends the whole length of the case. At the end of the staff, you can see this like gnarled filigree that's sort of jutting out, and you can see a spark occasionally like jump off it, like to either the top of the glass or like down to the felt beneath it.
I kind of look longingly at this staff, and I said, the person that has imprisoned them, he's a very powerful wizard, and he said the only way was if I got a staff for him, and these are wands, and so I need a... do you think I could trade those 2 wands for maybe this staff?
Well, you see, I would be willing to pay a certain amount for these staves. We'll say approximately 800 gold each. In fact, for you, because you're trying to get your grandson, your son, it's impossible to say. Your little guy out of prison, or out of being imprisoned by a wizard, I'd be willing to pay 900 for each of these things. However, that wouldn't be enough to purchase this particular staff.
How much?
Well, sir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But you're looking at a $12,000 staff right here. You see, it emits thunder and lightning, or both.
Nice. That's a very expensive staff.
It emits thunder or lightning or both.
You don't have just like a wand that emits only lightning?
I mean, if you're looking for a wand that emits lightning, I could probably find something a lot cheaper. Is that something you're interested? Is that what you need for this guy? It sounded non-negotiable. It sounded a lot like you needed a staff about 45 seconds ago.
I don't. This is all I have, and I pull out like 5 gold pieces, and I like kind of put them on the ground, or not on the ground, on the counter, along with my 2 other staffs.
Well, I can definitely sell you something for that amount. It's just not that staff in the corner.
You said 21,000 gold?
No, 12,000.
Oh, 12,000.
Sorry if I misspoke. It's 12,000.
That's a digit.
And he's willing to buy
Each of the
these
staves
for
for
900
900.
There's no goddamn way. That's way too expensive.
What is?
The staff.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying that to him.
It emits both thunder and lightning, or both.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It is
I
a staff, in
appreciate
fact,
that.
of thunder and lightning.
Alright, I'm gonna just, like, kind of silently weep.
Okay.
Like he sees me start heaving,
Okay.
and and I'm just gonna, like, kind of take my 2 wands, and I'm gonna just leave. I'll be like, I'll find something else. Thank you for your time.
Yep, good luck!
Yeah, no. There's no goddamn way I'm buying that thing.
What just happened?
I got Skamaz. This guy's selling him way too expensive.
For the record, Alavic would have been really upset if I was like, "Where's that potion of healing you found 3 dungeons ago?" And you're like, "It was mine and I sold it."
No, I would sell everything for that staff, but
I hate everything.
I mean, technically, you guys are about to be filthy stinking rich in about 3 or 4 sessions.
Yeah.
oh,
On account of
Well,
that crown you're trying to sell.
For the record, I just I finished my level up.
I believe you.
It took forever. You saw
Any
part
other
of
shopping that needs done before we do more level up stuff?
it. You no.
Any other shopping, Mr. Wizard?
I'm gonna go on a street corner where like
Okay.
people are selling.
Mhm.
I'm gonna open my chest, and I'm
Damn,
gonna just
literally on the
start
corner.
trying to sell my panes of glass.
Sure. What is your sales pitch to these people?
I'm gonna go back to Tony 2-teeth.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna be like, get your panes of glass. Look, these don't break. And I'm gonna like try to smash them up against the
Oh
ground.
my god.
Panes of glass that don't break, cheap. They come in 2 different colors. You can get them in red.
You can get them in red, you can get them in blue.
And crimson.
That's the
You
2
get 'em in
colors.
blue.
That's it. That's the 2
2
genders.
colors. If you put them together, look, some of these, when you put them together, they got symbols on them.
It's like an ARG.
Give me a... I don't have a good roll for this, so I'm going to call it performance.
Okay.
I think they have a pill for that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's usually how that question
Performance
goes.
check.
Please, while we're doing this,
Also-
start pulling up for your own knowledge D&D 5e like bard stuff.
Sure,
in,
cool.
in
Thank
other
you.
tabs and stuff, just so you're.
Oh, it didn't
you're
do
ready
it.
for
I
me
do
later.
get advantage. on my
Thank you
performance check
for
as
the
well.
suggestion.
We'll do daytime.
I fucked up. I accidentally rolled a perception.
Did you just tweak the
but-
music?
I did,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
but I accidentally put on nighttime.
I mean, it's nice.
Sorry, what roll am I taking here?
It's with advantage to the 18.
Oh, so the 18. Okay. It doesn't take long before eventually a tavern keeper, you can only tell he's a tavern keeper because he's wearing like an apron. He's clearly carrying a mug around that he's still polishing even though he's not behind the counter, because every fucking tavern keeper in the world is just constantly polishing a mug. Walks up past you as you're basically like 10 feet outside of his tavern. And he says, you know, I have a lot of people who get into a lot of bar fights around here. I wouldn't hate having some, you know, tougher glass in the front of the tavern. Did you have a price in mind for your glass there, friend?
I got a deal just for you. Whole set, 400 gold. You get all 18 panes. Look at how big these things are. Look at them. And I like try to smash it up against.
Yeah, and you smash it against stuff. It doesn't break. It doesn't even chip. And he says, well, 400's a pretty steep price. I could get a ton of product for that. I don't know if that's necessarily something I could do. You know, I've got, and he rustles through his pockets and he says, listen, I've got about 300 gold that I can throw at expenses for this bar. And I'd be willing to part with it for some glass that doesn't break and not having to replace it every 3 or 4 weeks. But I can't do 400. I'm sorry, friend.
You drive a hard bargain. I'll tell you what, 300 gold and a free drink from my friend when we come by later today.
You know what? Call it 300 and you get free drinks for life from the tap. From the tap, friend. None of that expensive wine, you know, wine or elven ale or anything. But if you just want something right out of one of the kegs, it's all yours.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
you or some friends. Just don't try to tell the whole town that they can drink for free, okay?
No. Nope, just Pryor. We're gonna Pryor and me are gonna get.
Sure.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to make.
He offers you
here.
a bag of 300 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm taking this 300. It's going to my.
What's going to your Thunder Fund?
Yeah, my Thunder Fund.
His funder.
His funder. That's funny. That's fundery. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Shut up. Ignore me. I didn't say that.
Anything else,
right.
Mr. Wizard?
No, I think I'm gonna do a lot of good stuff with these immovable rods, though.
I believe you.
Okay.
I think I broke. Well, I definitely broke my dagger. I'm gonna stop touching things.
Can I buy some just studded leather too? I don't want to like.
Yeah, if there's any basic equipment that you guys want, like studded leather or like a dagger or like a javelin or something, if you look up D&D 5e and then that item and you find the price for it, it's going to be approximately that price.
All right, I'm gonna just buy some studded leather then. For 45 gold. No need to take up more time.
Okay, then Mr. Wizard, I'll let you level up on your own. Pryor, you ready to start leveling up?
I think so. I'm still going to need a little bit of help
we
here,
full
but I
pivoting
do
into
have
Bard?
everything up.
I
think so, yeah.
Do it.
Because it looks like everything triggers on 14 charisma, and I'm there.
You need 13 charisma to
right.
go into Bard.
Right, but I have like 14.
I just didn't know if you wanted to go to like, oh, I want to go to level 8 Barbarian, and then I'll go over into Bard or whatever. So it's up to you. It literally doesn't matter. It's just whatever you want.
Okay, so like neither one matters. There's no more like optimal way of like getting points or anything. Right?
Oh, almost certainly there's an optimal way to do this, but it doesn't matter because we're playing.
Optimal way of being Bard and a Barbarian is what I said.
I would never mix them.
Sorry,
but I also don't like having fun. I'm a power gamer who thinks that he's playing a game of Warhammer, and
okay,
so
all right,
you know,
all right, fuck it. Then we're going into Bard then.
Okay. We'll grab you 2 levels of Bard. So let me pull up your sheet so I can do stuff along with you.
I was looking at the Bard spell list. It's like, wow. I was like, oh damn, wait.
I was legit like, I want to buy the most fanciest clothes I can, and according to the 5th edition, the World Book, it's only 15 gold. That's like nothing to me.
I mean, we're kind of fucking rich. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm this Alavic, like trying to live up to his pseudo nobleness. Also, for some reason, my character sheet will not load unless I make it a separate window, and it doesn't want to let me drag and drop things to it when it's a separate window. so I guess I'll just deal with that later.
Hmm.
Like I'll be able to do it when it's like part when I just open it and it's part of the same window, a sub window, if that makes any sense. But
No, yeah, that makes sense.
maybe that's why it won't let me drag and drop. But anyway, FYI. I try to make corpse. I looked it up and everything, and I tried to make corpse killer on my own, and I was kind of doing it, but then I accidentally deleted what I was doing, and then I realized I can't add the dagger back. And that wasn't even corpse killer. I was just trying to modify the dagger I already had because I thought that would be easier. Anyway,
The only thing I'm worrying about, and like this is kind of like what I was wondering before, is like the whole God, I forget what it's called. It's like wild spell or something like that.
Wild Surge?
That it's
about it?
not showing up in this D&D 5e like wiki. But I think it might be because it's like off of like the like manual. I'm not sure though.
What I don't understand what you're questioning. Do you want to know the table that I pull from when you roll for Wild Surge?
I just want to know if I can still do wild surge without having to worry that like a selection that I'm making from this wiki page interferes with it.
When you roll a Wild Surge, you're doing it
Yeah.
whenever you just choose to rage.
Mm-hmm.
You
okay.
roll a D8
This is the
and
same
I
as the
pull
rage.
from the table that's from your subclass.
Oh, okay.
None of that is affected by anything we're doing right now. The only thing
okay.
that I can warn you about is that when you are raged,
take a shot to level.
when you are raging, you cannot cast spells. You are getting access to some as when you're becoming a bard. I just want you to know that you will not be able to cast spells and rage. You'll have to pick one or the other.
To leveling.
That was good. Ooh, it was a shot to leveling. Ooh, that was a good one. Warms the belly. For the record,
Thank you, Pink Dude.
Yeah, thanks,
you're gonna
Pink
see,
Dude. I guess.
You're gonna see the.
Pink
You're
Dude, you
gonna see
better not be
Alavic
who I
just-
think you are.
He's right here. You're gonna
Fucking
see.
Andrew.
You're gonna see Alavic like dressed to the nines in a minute. Also, just I'm only saying this so somebody reminds me when I inevitably forget. My favorite enemies are now undead, orc, and dragons. Because apparently I learned to like kill dragons, and I've grown to hate.
What?
I know. Well, let me finish. I've grown to hate dragons now, and at some point when I leveled up the first time, even though I didn't realize I was supposed to take another one because I just was stupid, I've grown to subconsciously dislike Pryor. So
You only half hate him.
Your favorite
Yes.
what?
You know,
my favorite. So if you ever fight me, I get an advantage.
Alright.
I'm gonna be the one on the tangent. There was
Yeah.
this lady we went to high school with, and this lady was half black.
Oh.
And anytime someone would say something racist, every single time she would say, "I'm half offended by that," and it would piss me off. And it's like you either are like fully offended by it,
Or
like
half-
just because.
No,
So it's
listen.
like-
This is the past. This is the thing. You get treated like shit. Like you get slighted. Here's the thing. You get the ability to fucking tease people. That is the trade-off.
I don't know, man. Like I
It
kind of
is
see
the
Mr. Wizard's point.
very least we can be given.
It's like it's like I'm offended, but also when it suits me, I'm gonna not be offended.
No, you're
Also-
not actually offended. But the thing is, it's like I'm offended. Oh god. Oh wait. Fucking got you, dumbass.
Also, I want to point out that the special thing I took was the one I really wanted to mention was my defensive tactics. It's called Escape the Horde, which means from now on, if anyone takes an attack of opportunity, it's a disadvantage. So I'm able to to sneak and dodge.
Is it weird that this is gonna sound, uncultured, intelligible, but like, I'm surprised that all of this bard spells aren't like they don't have a verbal component. Just because like
I mean,
by
some of them do.
principle.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
supposed
most
to
of
use
them
it
do.
with an instrument. Like, it's supposed to be casted
Yeah.
with an instrument as well.
It's-
I'm surprised that there's 2 that don't though. Or actually 3. 4. Okay, yeah.
Speaking of that, though,
Mhm.
we need to pick spells for you and pick an instrument that you want to play. So let's go ahead and rifle through spells and see what you want, and then we will
Is
figure
Pleiades
out.
going to be coming? Is Pleiades is oh shit! Sorry, I'm like the shots are getting to me.
Pryor.
Is Pryor
You're
going
right.
to be
You got it right.
Is he going to be like doubly? He's going to be that bard that we all hate in a
So-
campaign.
For sure, vicious
Uh-huh.
mockery.
I believe you. So before you get too into picking, you get 2 cantrips first. Vicious Mockery is one of them. I just want to put that out there before you go deciding on anything.
Yeah, I saw it and I'm like, this is way too like Pryor to not do it.
Okay. You need
Um,
one more cantrip.
Okay, so for the other one, I was thinking friends.
Really?
Interesting. Because if that doesn't go well, that does not go well.
I mean, like, so here's the thing. I'm looking
Uh-huh.
at all these cantrips. I'm not think of it in terms of, like, utility. I'm thinking of it in terms of what are which of these things is most in line with Pryor's character.
Uh.
And
And
if
friends
there are
came
any
up for that?
objections,
Friends?
I'd be willing to listen to it.
Do you make someone your friend in that case? Is that how that one works?
It basically makes it a little easier to be buddy-buddy with someone, but, like,
Yeah.
obviously if you walk up to someone who's trying to kill you, and you're like, no, we're friends now, that doesn't work like that.
And, like, if
But
he
the
fails,
reasoning
like,
for
the
it
person
is
can
that-
tell that he tried to charm them.
The reasoning being that Pryor is like, he does have high charisma, and that charisma is only ever used for scams and being a con artist.
Sorry, real fast, DM. I know you're probably gonna hate me for bringing this back up again, but this is a long time ago. I hope we still have it noted. That red helm with the glowing eyes. What was his name again?
That one is the Dread Helm. That's the one
The
I was
Dread
thinking of when
Helm.
I was trying to describe demon armor.
Okay. Okay.
You
I
can
mean,
use
I
a bonus
have-
action to make your eyes glow red.
Exactly. I have that noted and everything, but I'm like, I don't have a name for it. It just says red helm still.
Yep, it's a Dread
Okay.
Helm.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Well, I guess it is
Well,
fancy, but you know what I mean.
I'm all set. You can keep. Oops.
So unless anybody
Ring.
has a better suggestion other than friends,
I mean, pick whatever you want. I was just
Yeah,
surprised.
you could do friends. And once
no,
again,
I'm willing to listen to the party because we a party.
maybe
you know?
Andrew. Well, that's kind of a little meta, but Andrew, I'm not sure. if
Actually, yeah,
this is
sure.
true.
Andrew, go ahead.
I was gonna ask something different. I was reading today when I discovered the whole spell slots versus spells learned or
Uh-huh.
whatever. That those are 2 different numbers. FYI, in case you didn't know that. I mean to the people watching, I'm sure everyone.
Oh,
I'm sure
probably,
Andrew
yeah.
knew that. But
For sure.
I was also reading that because you don't learn the spells by day like you do in older editions, that you can change them by level up. Is that true? Does anyone know that?
Yeah,
depends on
most-
what you're playing.
Most spellcasting
Oh, okay.
classes will have something in there that says like,
Yeah.
when you level up, feel free to switch out X amount of spells based on this number we arbitrarily
Okay.
made up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking
But,
because I
like-
saw. I didn't do that, but I saw it.
As like a wizard, like you have your actual spell book, so you get like a huge list of spells you'll know, but then you have a very refined ones that you learn each day, that you are aware of each day. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Same
wizard
thing with
would
like
know maybe,
druids
like-
and
Yeah.
paladins and stuff. Like they know a bunch of spells, but they can only prepare like a certain amount a day.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned this before. I'm sure it's changed, but did you guys know the meta for the original spells? That like when you learned it each day, it etches itself onto your brain, like it literally like writes itself onto your brain, and then when you cast
right.
it, you forget it.
Back
So
in
that's
the
why-
day.
Kind of cool, actually.
No, Pathfinder does it
But
too, where like
in any
when
case-
you don't prepare spells. Well, you prepare spells in spell slots. So you say like, I'm gonna have Cure Wounds as a 2nd level spell this day, and you cannot use that 2nd level spell for anything else except
Exactly.
the Cure Wounds that you put
Yeah,
on
that's the way like old school D&D used to be, and it was kind of annoying to be honest. But
it.
which is
it
why I
ends
never-
up working better at like higher levels because
Yeah.
like you have more spell slots. But no, when you're like 3rd level and you have 2 spells, And you're like, I guess I'll use this cure wounds, and everyone is missing 3 health, but that's what I took.
All right. From that list I
Okay.
sent you, I need you to pick. I hate telling you this number, but 5 things from first level. Are you able to find the first level tab?
Bards
Me?
learn that many?
Yeah, they learn a lot.
I can
I would not lie to
absolutely
you.
pick 5 things. Holy shit! Yes,
Anything that
let's
says
fucking
UA
go.
after it, ignore entirely.
Oh, fuck.
They're usually just weird, and I don't feel like worrying about them right now. And most of the other stuff
Fair enough.
might be from base rules, so it means I won't have to enter the spell manually. I'm
All
praying
right,
you
all
don't
right.
accidentally pick exclusively ones that I have to enter manually.
Yeah, fun fact, Mr. Talkie keeps dunking on me about this. When I started that, when I first started playing 5th edition with Warren and Kat and everyone a few years back, basically the precursor to Drink Talk Roll, I think like 2020, like at the heart of the lockdown, I had never really played 5th edition beyond like literally people telling me about it, like how to play, like, oh, you know how to play old school D&D, we'll just walk you through it. So I actually, and I owned the player's handbook, but I actually read the entire thing during lockdown. So I did read it. I just a
How
horrible
you said
reader, I
nothing that
guess.
has UA after it? There's nothing here that actually has the letters UA, or is it the action thing, or what is it?
No, it's like literally right after the
So
name.
are
It
you
says-
on the tab I sent you?
Yeah, that's why
Did you
I'm
click on the
like,
first level spell tab at the top?
oh shit. I
Oh
went to
my God,
cantrip.
Warren,
Okay,
give
that's
me
why.
more.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Cantrip is the things you can just cast at will whenever you want. First level will require
okay.
slots. Like, you know, I'm basically handing you a bunch of guns. These ones require ammo. You know, you have infinite ammo for the other ones.
Okay. Okay.
From this list, pick 5 things. They can't have UA after them just for sake of simplicity. But I'll be right back while Manuel rants about.
Oh
God knows
shit.
what.
Okay, I see it. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't learn too
For,
many useful spells. I only get like 4, but I can now make an animal pass along a message for me. Because I like
I'm
birds.
surprised.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna keep Corpse Slayer on me. I'm probably gonna call myself Alavic the Wyvern the Corpse Slayer.
Isn't that just like holy water? I feel like that's just holy water at that point.
There's this movie called Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. It came out a while ago.
When?
reason I say
What's
that's
a
because-
while to you?
Like 2000.
Motherfucker! Somebody could have been born and gotten the
For the
fucking
record-
ability to fucking like drink and rent a hotel at that point.
For the record, the reason I specified a while ago, because remember how when Abraham Lincoln, whatever the fuck that was called, Zombie Hunter, there were
Yeah,
all those
when you were born, that's
there were
when
all these-
yeah, you saw Abraham Lincoln in
Shut
the
up.
flesh.
the book, and that became like Jane Austen, Vampire Hunter, blah blah blah, Vampire Hunter, all that bullshit. This was long before that. This is like 10 years before those books came out.
We realized
but
that's exactly
in that-
why.
In that Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter 1, he ends up killing the said vampire at the end by turning a lake. He blesses the entire lake, then he like throws the vampire in there. Spoiler alert if you wanted to watch it, by the way. But he
The
throws
fact that he read this.
No, this is a movie called Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. It's a terrible movie. Don't watch it. But yeah, I used to like bad movies, and I bought the DVD of it because I'm a dumbass.
What do you mean fucking used to?
Like, I used to have an insane DVD collection. Actually, those I didn't sell. Most of those got stolen, like from a storage unit. But I used to have an insane DVD collection, like thousands.
One
not even
day
joking.
we will learn Manuel's like full actual like list of shit that he likes and doesn't like without the cap.
Well, you guys know I used to do movies when I was younger, and I used to work for Troma, and I used to do shit like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like, yo, you can like shitty stuff. It doesn't like as the shit
So,
you like isn't indicative of your personality. It's just like you can like fucking shitty stuff. It's
shitty
okay.
movies are in my blood.
I assume
I-
that you're
that's what I
talking
mean.
casually. You pick the
Go
5
ahead.
things.
Go ahead,
Can I say something
Mr.
before
Wizard.
you finally pick your 5 spells?
Yeah, go for it. What's up?
Sure.
You cannot cast spells or concentrate while raging. So the spells you
I
pick
said
should
that
be
earlier.
spells. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did.
want to
No, but
reiterate.
I
wait,
don't
hold
know
on.
if you were
Say it
literally just
again.
not here
'Cause
for
he
it.
was-
To emphasize for my
trying to-
fucking like hamster brain, please, Mr.
You
Wizard.
cannot cast spells or concentrate while raging. So
Okay.
the
He was trying to come up
Spells.
with some.
Wait, hold up. You disappeared and then came back immediately
The
after.
spells you pick should be spells that you use like out of combat against like normal enemies, because you definitely
There we
won't
go.
be able to cast like
Or
you know,
ones you
Tasha's
intend to
Hideous
use while
Laughter.
not raging.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like to start a combat.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, see,
So,
but I was
like-
right. I was right with my dates, though, Mister Talker. Sorry, I'm trying to the chat. Go ahead, keep going.
So like you could pick Cure Wounds because you're not going to be in combat and you can heal yourself, you know? You could pick like Heroism. Even though that's concentration, you can necessarily like you could do it before combat starts, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you gain temporary hit points. That might be too hard. But command,
okay. So I
command
got
you
three
could
so
use
far.
before combat.
What was that you just said?
Command.
Command. Okay.
That's literally just you can say one word and the person has to try to follow what you said. You know, so you can say
Okay.
like kneel, and they'll kneel, or you can say run. You know, it just has to be a
If
one
they fail.
word. If they fail.
So far I got healing word, heroism, fairy fire, and command.
Okay.
One more.
I think Fairy
Yeah.
Fire is a great pick. I think that's a great like. It basically adds an extra mini rage to your spell slots.
Yeah.
Auto defenestrate. What is that?
It's so weird. I see Thunder Wave and I'm like, oh, Pokemon. They get
Yeah,
paralysis.
Sorry, what were the spells? Healing Word, Fairy Fire.
Oh, healing word, heroism, fairy fire, and command.
Uno mas.
Yep, just need one more.
I tossed it up to
By the way,
party.
these can be switched out later. So if you find one you hate
Yeah.
and you never use it, well, we can worry about it later.
Yeah, like we just discussed, we can change.
Then I'll go with charm person then.
Sure.
I would love to see a half orc charm someone.
Do you want me to
Alright.
pop this into the page or like the sheet, or do you have it?
Look at your sheet.
All right, fair
Go to
enough.
Did
spells at
everyone
the
else-
top right there.
Did everyone else level up?
They're already in there
There we
for
go,
you.
Okay. Hey, my man.
Yeah.
I had a
Um,
fun time trying to figure out some shit, but
We needed to do 2 more things for Pleiades, and then we're ready to go.
wait, did
Okay.
I
Alright,
type in
what's
all
that?
those language proficiencies in the chat? I just saw those. Oops. I'm
Alexis,
boomering.
watch Fox News. We know you're a boomer. It's okay.
I was boomering in this thing, wasn't I?
Talking into a magic mouse. This is a phone, right? But it's a computer, which is a phone, right?
Oh, you can
And this
even
has
see
Alexis on it.
you can even see the dagger when I was trying to fix the stupid.
Sign into AOL.
But yeah, I rolled my hit
Google
dice.
my
and
grandson Nathan. Facebook.com my grandson Nathan.
Backtrace it and send it to the internet police.
Pleiades.
Oh,
I need you to roll me. Let me find the hit die for a bard, which I'm sure Mr. Wizard will tell me in 2 seconds, but I'm going to find it anyway.
Yeah, good luck.
A D8. I need you to roll me 2 D8 and add 8 to it.
Oh, why'd that separate? Whatever. I just put that in there in case I lose this sheet or delete it on accident.
Plus 8, you said?
2d8 plus 8.
Actually, I'll put that in the Discord.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. The syntax was wrong.
Yeah, you need a space between the roll and 2d8.
Oh.
You're putting it in like computer code. You're not.
Yeah.
You're making it too complicated for it to recognize.
Here we go.
Wow. Yeah. Exactly average.
Yeah.
So you're at 75 total.
Bum, 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 bum. There we go.
Woo!
I could delete this now. Okay.
The very last thing I need you to tell me is what kind of instrument that you think Pryor would want to play. Keep in mind, it's like 1100 AD. Don't tell me electric guitar. Don't tell me, like, bass saxophone. Try to keep it simple. Think of, like, does he want to blow into it or strum it or, like, bash it? What sort of thing would you expect from Pryor?
I mean, bash it, but that would be an electric guitar. But
Bash it would
like,
be like a drum.
at this point, in this time, it would be an acoustic guitar.
Okay, a lute it
A
is.
lute? Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Perfect.
He really
I'm
is
going
gonna be the
throw
annoying
a
kind of
lute in your
bard.
inventory and give you lute proficiency.
No, he's not Daffy in that one fucking Robin Hood cartoon.
Well, I'm gonna fix the rest of my shit in a minute because I can't.
Oh, it works.
Hurdy gurdy. The hurdy gurdy, for those who don't know, you like wind it and like hisses, like kind of like bagpipes, and then you press buttons like on the
Oh,
little
wait,
keyboard
shit.
looking thing. That's a really horrible
Oh,
way to
damn.
describe a hurdy gurdy,
What the
but
fuck? Why did it change to flute?
when you do like this, it blows and it's like a violin, but like you hold things down. Instead.
Ah,
Flute.
They're really trendy right now because I think like people like on TikTok and whatever like playing them and shit.
hurdy-gurdies are trendy?
Yeah,
Also,
I'm
don't
actually
forget-
not joking.
Don't forget about the guy who does Down the Rabbit Hole. He also.
Oh, yeah. And
he
Patty
also plays
Gurdy,
one.
she blew up on like on YouTube. And I don't know if you know who that is, but the
Nope.
reason I mentioned Patty Gurdy is because the hurdy gurdy video mentions her.
All right,
She just-
Pleiades. As far as I can tell, you're all set to be a level 5 barbarian, level 2 bard.
Woo!
I will let you on your own
How do I
time-
notate that on my sheet?
Yeah, I already did it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck that.
If you
then.
go to the top of your sheet there, where it says barbarian, class, level, whatever, if you click that little
Yeah.
gear in the top right, where it's right beside level, it'll say barbarian 5, bard 2. You can just go ahead
Oh,
and
shit.
unclick it though, because
Cool.
that just lets you edit.
Okay,
So if you click it again, it'll take you back to your thing.
cool.
And
Thank
then
you.
scroll down to the bottom.
Yes, sir.
So at the bottom there, it has Bardic Inspiration, Jack of all trades, Song of Rest. Those are your 3 new kind of like cool things. Don't be afraid to like read them, figure out kind of like what they do, what they're about. Your Bardic Inspiration is actually a really good use for you to do something with your bonus action that isn't Rage. So that way you have something else to fucking do.
FYI, I
Okay.
just realized because we've been doing Bardic Inspiration already. What exactly are you, Mr. Wizard?
What?
I mean, he's a wizard. What do you? I don't
I'm a
understand.
wizard.
How do you
Now,
use-
yeah,
how do you-
you guys.
He
So you
just said
see
he's a
Mr. Wizard. You see Mr. Wizard sort of like when we meet back up, and I'm wearing like all new studded leather armor, and there's just like lightning, sort of like you see it like going from one of the studs to like the other. Like you just see the lightning like leaping from one stud to the other, and I have like my mini trident in one hand, and I have like this rod that's like made out of solid glass. I know you said it was like this white wood, but I was reading what the staff of defense is,
Uh-huh.
and it says that
Oh,
it's
it's
a
glass?
hollow staff made of glass, yet as strong as oak.
I believe
So I like
you.
to imagine I have this staff in the other hand, and there's just like lightning sort of like inside of it, like I'm like imbuing it with lightning. I did take 2 levels into sorcerer, and I specifically took the storm sorcerer as my origin.
Out of curiosity, am I the only one who did it multi-class? What the hell?
I mean, Hismar is probably just gonna be more monk.
Okay. I
If I had
mean,
to guess.
I'm not gonna bother.
So,
I'm not gonna
I'm-
lie. I mean, I don't know how yet. So in this system, I don't feel like learning.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
just as simple
now.
as do you meet the requirement of having 13 in a stat?
Yeah, I think in
That's
old
usually
D-
it.
in old D&D, you had a bunch of like you would like drop back to level 1 kind of. It's stupid. You become really weak again until you get better. But I assume that's not what happens here. So,
There's
yeah.
pros and cons of doing it, for sure.
But anyways, I'm still saying go to Alavic, Wyvern Spur, the Corpse Slayer. I mean, yeah, the Corpse Slayer.
If everyone could do me a favor, click on your little tokens that are in the thing there, like on the sheet or on the map, I guess. Go ahead and click the gear, and then in that first bar where it says bar 1, go ahead and enter your health number, value, and max. Just make them the same because you're at full health right now.
Huh.
Um,
Oh
and
shit.
then
Okay.
in the blue one, just put your AC. You don't have to put a value in the second one. The third bar, the red one, you can use to track whatever the fuck you want. If it's spell slots or usages of Bardic Inspiration or Rage or fucking whatever, I don't care. You can use that as a bar as well. But you don't have to make the blue one a bar if you don't want to. It's just to let me know your AC at a glance. And this is mostly so that when we continue to play, I'm able to just like look at your token. I'm going to copy paste it over to wherever we end up. And that way I can say whether it hits or not. I don't have to go, does this hit? Does the 13 hit? I don't have to do that.
Wait, does
That's half the
Blue
fun.
then just sit at like 15 out of 15 then if my AC is 15?
You can just pop 15 in the first one. If you want to put 15
Okay.
out of 15, it'll appear as a bar. It doesn't really matter because that number won't change unless I do something despicable to you.
Okay.
But if you want to make it out of a number, it'll appear above your head.
There you go. Ooh, excuse me.
Oh shit!
That was it. If everyone's done though, are you guys ready for your next little mission?
Hold on, I fucked up.
Probably.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I kept hitting the rest buttons and it just deleted a bunch of shit. Sorry.
Manuel can't be
okay.
trusted for even a second.
I don't know why when I did it, like my hit points deleted, and I'm like, what? Thank God I said what. Thank God it's such an easy number to remember.
But you're good now.
Yes.
Cool. Then if you guys are ready, we can continue to your next mission.
Let's do it. Let's go meet
You
up.
guys were told to go meet a guy named Samuel in the 14th district. You know vaguely where the 14th district is. It's up to you to go find him.
So we're walking down the 14th district.
Sure.
And-
And just so you guys know where it is on the map, that's approximately over here.
Okay. And
That's this little
and
section down here.
Alavic is not really quite a city dweller, but he is a ranger, and he's like pretty proficient these days. So he's like, if I was a Samuel, where would I be? And then he realizes that doesn't help anything. So he finds, presumably there's someone at a stall selling something somewhere, like selling meat. I don't know. Right?
Sure. I mean, you can find like a butcher selling meat at a stall.
Yeah. Like somebody outside. I'm like, sir, kind sir, do you happen to know where Samuel, what was his name?
Samuel.
Oh, do you happen to know where Samuel lives? I hear he's in the 14th
Just
district.
any old Samuel, or
Presumably he's somehow related to the bastards. So maybe if you there's a Samuel who lives around here who has dealings with them.
no, I don't know anything about that. Be on your way. And he sort of like dismisses you really quickly.
Oh. Well, that was strange, I say to the others. So I look back to the others. What a motley crew we must make, by the way. I'm wearing much nicer clothes, and everyone else has changed. Like Pryor suddenly has a loot. But anyways, sorry, getting a little meta. But anyways, I looked at Pryor. Like, Pryor. You seem a little different. Sorry, I'll stop. That was last time. So I'm Pryor. How about you ask the next guy? Because that first guy didn't seem to like me very much. Remember, we're looking for Samuel.
Well, I can't blame him. Goddamn weirdo. Don't worry about that. I'll go ahead and take care of this.
Okay, what are you doing?
Oh no, what are we doing right now?
We're looking
for
for
a Samuel from the 14th district.
We should probably go to where all the people are.
If all of you could roll me a quick history check, that would be
Okay.
fantastic. Just a quick little history check.
A macro 4.
I got it too. I don't know why I got so excited for it too.
Uh-oh.
What
No
is
one
this?
remembers shit.
Oh, D&D. Wizard, did you roll your HP?
Yeah. No, I took the
Okay.
average.
Oh, okay.
But
Sorry, it just dawned on me. Sorry.
no, yeah, I just took the average of it.
Okay, well, let's go back. So yeah, none of us remember anything or whatever you want to say, DM.
So, as you guys are kind of furrowing your brow at this guy who's really awkwardly dismissive, Pryor, surprisingly, when you were tasked with trying to figure out what's going on and maybe ask the next guy, you're the only one who kind of remembers this. You were described the 15 squads that the bastards are trying to join. The bastards are basically going to slot in as being one of these 15, right? Of the 15 that exist, you were listed all of them. There was no 14th one. Like, they intentionally skipped 14 when explaining it to you. Just none of you questioned it at the time. You were just like, we got to 15, that's all 15, okay. Like, what are you, fucking keeping a list? Like, but you're like, hang on. Like, I can count on my fingers up to 15 because I just need one extra hand.
I got toes.
and like, you know, I'm only counting 14. So there's no 14th one. They didn't say a 14th one.
So are there no bastards here?
Where's the goddamn 14th one?
But you guys kind of make your way over into that district as you're walking, maybe asking a few other people. As you get over there, you notice that a lot of the buildings are kind of like abandoned, and I don't mean abandoned like in the slums, but you see tons of the buildings are boarded up on the windows. A lot of the doors look like they haven't been opened in like months. A lot of this place looks like they literally like shut the lights off, locked the door, and left. And no one seems to have taken up residency here. Like, they're not being used for housing. There's no bums around who are kind of, you know, broken in and using it like vagabonds. Like, it's just abandoned.
Squatters' rights?
We're not gonna live here.
Why not? I'm sorry, do you have a house?
Oh yeah, we actually don't. It's funny. It's too late to remember this, but I was gonna ask Garmer where do we live? Because I wanted to put that armor somewhere. I guess I'm
The
still carrying
world
it.
is our bunk bed.
I mean, you guys live back at that headquarters. Like, you have rooms that are like back in this little area.
Also,
I-
here's
I
the other thing. Drunk people are exactly who you hand this stuff off to. Because you're going to
Nope.
have the most unambiguous takes on these things.
I'm still tripping out how like suddenly we're joined by we're three completely different people than we were an hour ago. But anyways,
I mean, you all basically went shopping on your own and came back with random shit. It's not that big a deal.
yeah, I
True.
guess
It's
you're
like
right.
you went to Disney and all went to different stores and then came back and Manuel was like, "You're wearing a Mickey hat. You're like a different guy. Fuck!" Like, Manuel, it's not that big a deal. Someone
Listen,
bought a
those
loot.
pins-
Someone is wielding a staff.
Alavic is.
And you
Alavic
saw me
is-
get the staff.
That is true.
Like, this isn't that big a deal. Also, you were granted a boon by a magical merid. This is like,
A magical
what do you mean? A merid is a water genie.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, how do you spell that?
Marid.
I'm not sure if you want me to roll.
Efreeti is the red one.
I'm not sure if you want me to
Fire.
roll something for this, but I'm gonna start like just randomly trying to look into windows and like
Sure.
you know just,
You don't
just
have to
glancing
make a
around.
roll for this.
You should
You're
stick
literally
to
just looking
Mac.
into windows. It's not that big a deal.
It's a big deal.
You peer in between a couple of the like boarded up windows and, you know, kind of cup your hands, look through the dust. A lot of the buildings looked really abandoned. You can see like inside a couple of them, like you can even see some of the bookshelves haven't been properly emptied. You can see on some of them, like on one or two of the buildings, you can see like food was prepared and then just fucking left and like people just fucking left.
Huh. Wizard.
Do we see anyone walking around?
yeah, I
Or
was
we're the
gonna
only
say.
ones here?
You can find someone walking around. You know, as you're,
No,
as
I
you're
just-
sort of exploring, you can see like one guy who looks maybe not like the richest noble in the world. You know, he's wearing like ragged clothing. You know, sackcloth.
Sir, can you tell us what? Can you happen to tell us what's going on here? Where is everybody?
Well, what do you mean? They all left.
To where and why?
Well, they all left on account they got shut down.
That's
You
how they
mean
get
they got
you.
shut? Why?
He's like scratching his neck. He's like, I don't know. You know, I'd be willing to sell you some information if you're looking for it.
Yeah, well, we happen to be
Eh.
looking for Samuel.
Yeah, you don't want to look for him.
Well, unfortunately, we have to.
Well, good luck. And he tries to
Well-
tries to start to leave. Like he just
Yeah,
starts
so,
walking the opposite direction.
Yeah, I want
calmly-
to. Can I?
Okay.
Can I pin him
Go
to the
ahead.
ground with my immovable rod?
Jesus.
Ah. Ah.
You could just stop him if you want. You could just
No.
like grab his arm and be like, hey, hey,
No,
hey.
no. He said, can
No.
he pin him?
I want
That's
to. I want
different
to
from
pin him.
stopping.
Make
Okay.
a athletics check at advantage, I guess.
Okay.
And he'll make an opposed one.
That is insane. I was gonna calmly stop him.
Oh, I'm not very strong. Okay.
You manage to do it. You take your removable rod, kind of push it into his chest, push him to the ground, and click the button. He's
And
like, hey, what's going on here? I don't have any money.
I'm gonna get real close to him, and I'm gonna just whisper in his ear. I'm gonna be like, "We weren't done talking to you."
Can you make an intimidation check for me?
Yeah. I can't do that. I'm not very good at it, but
You have a 5 modifier. You're like, I'm not very good at it.
He says, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not.
What do you want? What do you want?
I'm just gonna say we're gonna try this again, and I'm gonna keep the immovable rod on him up, and I'm gonna say Alavic,
Sorry.
and I'm gonna kind of like move my hand over.
So, where is Samuel? Where can we find him? We need to find him.
I mean, like I said, you don't want to go looking for Samuel. That guy is fucked in the head,
Look,
dude, man.
look,
Like,
look,
don't go
look.
looking for him.
Look, don't worry about us. Clearly, we can take care of ourselves. So we need to find this Samuel. And personally, I'm getting a little frustrated too with this. And
All right, man.
Yes.
It's your funeral. That's fine. And he sort of like motions over his shoulder, although he's laying on his back, so he's kind of like pointing upward. And he says, "If you look for the weird little carriage that's just down the street, I mean, you'll find them."
thank you. And I just like nod to Mr. Wizard. And you can take that nod however you want. I don't know if you're gonna kill him or what.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my immovable
Take
rod
that
off
nod
of him.
how you want.
You take it off of him, and he tries to scurry away.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna let him.
I'll make letting the money get to his head for a minute here. I know this is a little unhero Alavic, but yeah, he's had a touch of the money. So we start heading off to the direction he pointed to. You said a caravan?
Yep, a carriage.
Oh, carriage. I was right the first time.
Eventually, you come across a. It doesn't take much looking. You walk down like one city block, and you find a little carriage set up with 2 horses attached to it. The horses look like they're just kind of drinking out of troughs, and you can see there is a single man sitting on top of it. It looks like he's almost like whittling something or tinkering with something. You can see he's wearing a long grayish, whitish cloak. Like a big, think like a trench coat. He's got huge leather boots on, very gaunt, very skinny, very tall and lanky. And like I said, you can see he's sort of like tinkering with something. He looks like he's like turning a gear or like, carving or whittling something.
So I'm gonna get close to him, but I'm gonna stay by the horses.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be like, "Are you Samuel?
Yes, what can I do for you today?
We were sent to find you. Bastard business."
Oh, you are the escorts I've hired, is that correct?
Apparently. And I look at the others a little confused, but sure, explain.
Absolutely, I understand. And he hops down to be at level with you guys. He's a pretty tall guy though. He's like 6'5" or something. Like he's just like unbelievably tall for like an average human. But he takes off whatever hat he was wearing and puts it in front of him and bows. And he says, forgive my rudeness. My name is Samuel Faust Gother III. I am, of course, this district's premier artificer, and I am in need of an escort to some ruins to find something I need for an experiment of mine.
You say Samuel first, the third?
Samuel Faust Gother III.
I'm not gonna
Well,
lie. I
that
heard
makes
You
first
can call me
name also.
Samuel. That's
30th?
fine. Samuel is fine.
Samuel it is. Pryor, it's fine. Where exactly do you need us to escort you to?
As I'm sure you're aware, to the northwest of here, there is a area that starts to become more arid, a little more desert. I need an escort up there to find something I'm looking for in some of the ruins. And in exchange, I'm happy to hand over one of these crown jewels you're looking for.
Oh, so is he holding out the jewel when he said it?
No.
Oh, okay. So the jewel part intrigues me. How many of these exactly do you have?
Just one.
Okay. Okay. Well, methinks you wouldn't need an escort if it's not dangerous, and I'll be real with you. The last couple missions we've been on, we've been kind of sideswiped by some things we didn't quite expect.
Okay.
Is there a particular reason you need guards to go up northwest?
Well, I just don't want to have to deal with anything that's on the way or inside the ruins. I mean, they're ruins. I assume there's some kind of raiders or something in there, or bandits, or something terrible, or some sort of despicable, unspeakable little evil beings in there or something. You know, as adventurers, I'm sure you're well acquainted with how ruins and temples and things tend to work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
I'm
friend
right
right
here, so
here.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I nod towards Mr. Wizard. I'm like, our friend right here killed a dragon just a minute ago. I mean, just earlier yesterday.
Impressive. I don't suppose
So,
you have any of the wing fiber left, do you? You didn't happen to harvest any wing fiber?
oh, well, unfortunately, we kind of had to bring the building around it was in down. So,
Ah, I see. No, understandable. But should you come across some, I would love some. Thank you.
yeah.
Oh, you want some fiber? I can get you that.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. By the way, this is in game, but thank you for reminding me. While we were doing the mission, the leveling up and the shopping,
Mhm.
Alavic also got his owl bear beak and claw necklace made,
Sure.
and presumably Pryor got his cloak finished, like as in like he got it like I don't know if Pryor wants to wear it, but if I did it for him or
Yeah.
if he did it, it's finished. So it's like not just
Oh
wearing.
shit, that's right.
It's
He
not
did
bloody.
attack a whole
It's
fucking owl bear. I forgot
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, we presumably, yeah, we finished. We sharpened it. We cut it more, and I'm wearing the necklace. Just want to throw it out there. We had a big deal about
Good
the bear
catch.
we killed.
Good catch, Manuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that in my inventory. Anyway, so are you guys ready to set off? I guess no further ado. Let's just head off. And I
This
look to
guy's
the
an
others.
artificer.
This guy's what?
An artificer.
Are you asking him or me?
I was asking you. He said he was the.
He did say he was
the
an
town's
artificer, yes.
Artificer.
And he's an artificer, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to
Oh.
Alavic and I'm gonna whisper in his
What?
ear and be like, "Ask if he's got any immovable rods."
Pray tell.
Ask
do
him
you
if
happen
he
to-
artifices these nuts. I need a fucking pee. Holy shit, my bladder.
Okay, well, I have to pee in a second too, but wait till he gets back. But I will ask our new artificer friend. Do you happen to have any immovable rods?
On me, no. Why would I have such a thing?
Well,
Can he make a? I'm like a 5-year-old kid. Like I'm not talking to him.
well, we happen to have our own uses for them. You know, as adventurers, we just find certain ways. To
I mean,
use
I
them.
suppose I could make a temporary one, but I that's not really my specialty, unfortunately.
Well, to be honest with you, the details are messy. No point getting into them. But we happen to use one to find you, so we can actually prove that they're very useful at adventuring. And if you could do that for us right now, they might help you out down the road.
Again, while I can maybe make you a temporary one, it would only last a day or so maximum. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of immovable rods.
Well, I assume you can just keep making one, right?
We'll come back. We'll circle back as we're
Yeah,
driving.
Yeah, we'll
Sure,
Well-
we'll have plenty of time to talk on the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if Mr. Wizard's anything to say, I'm gonna go pee. I will be quicker than Pleiades. I'm sure we'll be back in a minute. We're gonna take a little break. I don't know, but I'll be right back.
And then there was 2.
What made you pivot into sorcerer?
The lightning. Yeah. Bards don't really get any good lightning spells, any of the better ones. And I wanted to get like lightning lash. I was thinking about items, and I was thinking about asking for like an item that would let me cast like some of these cantrips that I want to use, like lightning lash or shocking grasp that just bards don't get. But I was like, I really got what I wanted with the second level of bardic inspiration. So it's not too, Also, going the storm sorcery gives me another bonus action. You basically get to disengage as a bonus action with the Storm Sorcery. Like, you get to move 10 feet away from someone without getting an opportunity attack. But it seems a little less necessary now that I have this rod that lets me cast shield. But it's still, it never hurt nobody.
Does an artificer? This is me asking a D&D question. Does an artificer like enchant items?
They can create magic items.
They like the player class specifically usually can create temporary magic items. So they could be like, you're my little ranger friend. I'm gonna make your bow +1. But if I want to make someone else's weapon a +1, I'd have to stop letting yours be a +1 and make theirs a +1.
Oh, okay. Owlbear, beacon claw. Sorry, I'm trying to write in the necklace before I forget. Yeah, for those who are watching, what Pleiades is gone. I did get mildly meta. It's still D&D meta, but a former Alavic, well, his whole party got TPK'd by I think it was 2 owlbears, and I thought it was I think we were already drunk by the time we fought that one, so I was just making this big deal. Like, Alavic doesn't know why, but he has a thing against owlbears at the moment. Not favorite enemy. He just wanted to kill that one, even though we didn't need to. It was the 2 we fought, actually, but it doesn't matter. But when we were done, I harvested the beak and the claws to make a necklace, and because Pryor wanted to eat it, I also butchered it for him and let him keep the skin for a cloak. Presumably, we were wearing all this during the. Well, I didn't have the necklace yet, but presumably he had the skin on him when we fought the dragon. FYI, if somebody wants to animate this somewhere down the road, yeah, for sure.
If
right?
someone wants to animate this, yeah, chop.
Jesus Christ.
Chop all 3 of our concurrent viewers. One of you artists figure it out.
Well, I see some of the lurkers. I was going into who was watching. Hey, UG, if you could hear me, say something. I see you watching.
Hey, Manuel.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a pro tip. I'm going to give you the biggest pro tip of my entire life. Every streamer that's ever existed ever, if you go look up tips, they say don't acknowledge lurkers, let them lurk. So maybe calling them out by name, not ideal. That might be the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, we have 5 viewers now. Thank you. No,
I know exactly. There was one time when we were doing a Drink Talk Learn. I think it was the last one, actually, when we were doing it with when we had Sylvia on, and at some point, she said the exact same thing to me. I think I called out the lurkers, and mind you, we had more viewers then. It was but mind you, it was 12 to 7. But you saw the numbers drop when I was calling out the people who weren't saying anything.
If only there was some kind of lesson you could learn from that and apply here in this exact situation.
Oops, I'm stupid. Anyway. Pleiades always takes so long to pee. I hate Pleiades.
I mean, he very often says getting dressed, and then 25 minutes later he appears, and we're like, "What? How many shirts are you wearing? What are you doing?"
It's funny because
where were you for 25 minutes?
There was one time we were doing another stream where he's all like, "What took you so long?" He's like, "I had to take my pants out the freezer," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's really hot in here, right now, so I change my pants every few hours in the freezer." I thought he was joking, but no, he was serious. He puts his pants in the freezer when it's hot. Is that a thing that people do?
It's to kill bacteria without having to wash them.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't think. No, Pleiades said it specifically because it was he wanted them chilled, and I'm pretty sure they were slacks. I'm gonna ask him because I heard his door close.
You know what? I wouldn't take as a sitting at home pant. Slacks.
Okay, well, he's not wearing... Okay, hold on. I'm not going to say what it's for. Wait till he puts his things on. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just tell him to stand up when he puts his things on.
Okay.
Oh, my
I feel like you'll have to
God.
give him a slight amount of context.
He is doing his hair. Can he hear us? Because he's taking a long time to put those earphones on.
No, now I'm here. What's up?
Oh, stand up. See, those aren't jeans.
I didn't say
they
they
are.
were jeans. What kind of... Do you think the 2 types of clothing people wear are jeans and slacks, Manuel?
Oh, they actually are jeans.
Is that like the 2 ends of the spectrum?
Pretty much.
Man, the gym shorts I'm wearing are going to be really fucking confused in about 5 minutes.
We were just debating on why you put your pants in the freezer, whether it was to kill Well, this is what really what we're doing, but
that's legitimately what it is. You manage to kill the bacteria and everything. You keep it sanitary while also not shrinking it and wearing the fibers and the dye down.
But you told us one time you did it because it was hot and you wanted them chilled.
I mean, two things can be true.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Google it
Anyway.
right now.
Anyway.
Google it right the fuck now.
Artificer.
Anyway.
Oh, Mr. Wizard, are you gonna like pressure him more to make you a stick or whatever, or have me pressure him as it were?
No, he's weak ass.
He's weak sauce.
It's
I
just
got
not
my
my
two
specialty.
real-
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
got my 2 real rods. I don't need no fake ass rod.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay.
this
Well,
man, like tails
I-
miles
I-
per hour.
I wouldn't say that to him, but
so lead the way, sir. We'll be here protecting you.
Absolutely. And he mushes his horses. You know, he snaps the reins on the horses, and he proceeds as you guys walk beside him. He does specifically not let you into the carriage.
Oh, that's. I feel like we should get horses one of these days. Not now.
But you guys are able to keep pace.
You
like
would
he's
say
not
that.
he's not having him run or anything. He's just you're just able to walk beside it. And as you guys are walking, if everyone could give me a perception check.
Uh-oh. That feel
I
when you
have that
feel
macroed.
yeah, that feel when it's chill and then your DM's like,
Ow,
can you
that
give us
is
a
not
perception
what I wish
check?
I had had macroed. Fuck.
Oh my god, did you see my roll?
But at least
Oh,
it's
no,
not
that's
a
all
one.
right.
That's the first nat 20. Hold on.
That is a nat 20, Mr. Wizard. Do you want to toast anything in particular?
2 immovable rods.
Two movable rods.
There you go.
Have you seen that one Simpsons episode where the rod
Into my
like
screen.
is the
What the
hero from like space or whatever?
What the hell? Oh shit! Oh fuck! What the fuck?
That cactus looks like a penis. I just want to say it.
Let's go ahead and
How?
What is happening?
just
Did we
recover
warp?
that so I don't
What
hear
the
about
fuck?
it ever.
I was seriously. I don't see how.
Well, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know,
lie.
You got
I'm not gonna lie.
fucked up penis, dude. I think you need to get that checked out.
It was really blurry until it unblurred. Then when I unblurred, I saw it. I'm like, okay, that's not a penis.
You've been watching
Everyone's-
too much Japanese stuff, apparently, because if that looks like a...
Everyone's gonna be like, bro, your penis is fucked.
Bro,
What
your
the
penis
fuck?
is fucked.
Oh man, that sounds weird. I need to shut up.
I mean, to be fair, you would hope your homie would tell you if your penis was fucked.
Anyway.
Pleiades, could you zoom out like just 2 ticks?
I can.
Oops, sorry.
Mr. Wizard,
Mm-hmm.
you were the first to notice this. You
And only apparently.
I rolled a 3.
yeah, apparently. So you are traveling through a canyon area here, in this more arid climate. There are still some plants here and there, but you definitely see there are a lot more sparse. You're mostly traveling across like dirt and sand and gravel.
Right.
But as you're looking around, you can see directly in front of you guys here, there are some basically artificial steps. The rocks look like you could very easily climb them, like without even having to be athletic in any way, to get to up on the side of this little cliff. But more importantly, you can see further up here, you can see there are some little like cavern entrances. It's kind of hard to describe, but I will just kind of circle these little areas. There are little areas right around there where like underneath there are little like inlets that go into the side of this little canyon. But in addition, because you rolled insanely well, you can hear commotion from up top of this like cliff face. And it's about like 30-40 feet up, but again with the use of these like little steps and stuff over here, you can just like kind of climb right up. Do with that information what you will.
All right. I'm gonna give like the SWAT team like the stop thing,
like
and like the and like the silence, and then to hear, and then I point up. I'm willing to sneak up very stealthily up
Sure,
this
give me a
thing.
stealth check. And for what it's worth, when you arrive, Samuel halts the horses and said, I believe we are here.
Is he gonna kill us?
No? Okay. Let me reveal some area for you. Maybe. Maybe it'll let me. There we go. Please, if you want to zoom out a little bit for them, just for sake of the audience. And then up here, you guys can see a miniature army of men approaching an entrance to some kind of ruins up here at the top.
There's a lot of dudes.
You're always saying that, Manuel.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's impossible to say.
Okay.
Whoops. That's not one.
There's 3 against like 15.
These guys are dressed vaguely similarly to the guys you met down in that temple. It's very haphazard what they're wearing. They're not wearing like full suits of armor or anything. Like they'll have like one pauldron on or one greave or like one gauntlet or something. So they're not well armored or well armed. Like their weapons are also very haphazard. It looks like half of them were taken from like a kobold or a gnoll or something, or like they just went to the Walmart of sword stores and was like, one sword, please.
What sword, please?
One thing that anyone could technically call a sword, please.
Okay.
Mr. Wizard, what would you like to do with this information?
I'm the only one that came up, right?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
Mhm.
FYI, in case you thought we didn't follow you.
All right.
Well, at least I didn't follow you.
I'm gonna go silently back down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be like, it's just rats, you guys. Sorry. We'll keep going.
Sorry, hold on, I can't. Sorry. I know we don't know any different characters, but that's just too much. Okay.
Mhm.
So, I take that at face value, of course. So I just take it at face value, and I turn back towards Samuel, and I'm like, "Well, let's keep going."
I think Samuel's waiting, isn't he?
I mean, we're here. We are where we were going.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Samuel to tell us that, because
I mean, we're here. This is it.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep moving. I am not going up there. Didn't see
Okay,
nothing.
one step
at a
Just rats.
time.
hold on. So Alavic, Alavic sees no reason to sneak, because
No, I'm walking this way.
because all he knows is that Samuel says we're here. He sees stairs. Well, they're over here. I'm going the wrong way, but he sees stairs. And,
I mean, they're more natural stairs than actual stairs,
okay.
but yeah.
So he sees stairs.
They're not
and,
they're not what you would interpret to be like, oh yeah, someone man-made these.
And Mr. Wizard said there were only rats up there. So he...
Hey, there's a cave right over here. Why? We don't need to go up there. Let's go to this cave right here.
Is that really a cave entrance?
Yes.
Oh, well
I
then...
feel not
you
listened
say
to
so.
most of the time that we play.
Well, then Alavic kind of just shrugs or whatever. He doesn't really care. Like, yeah, let's go. So I signal to Pryor, and let's go. Okay, that cave really looked like a face. That rock thing looked like a face. We're gone now.
I don't care.
I'm gonna switch
Had a
over to
nose.
headphones in like a couple minutes, just so y'all know.
I mean, you weren't?
Are you not now?
Yeah.
I'm with earbuds, like no, like actual like headphones, because this shit is
Oh.
like the battery is dying.
Okay.
Well, charge them. Charge your AirPods anyway.
Mr. Wizard, inside of this little area here, you can see the cave sort of goes into some old ruins. But it is rather dark inside. Do you have dark
Okay.
vision, perhaps?
As a Dragonborn, I believe I do.
All of us have dark
That
vision.
might be
I
one of
think.
the few races that doesn't.
Actually,
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, it might be one of the one out of
Might
the
be some of
13
those.
base races. That might be one of the ones that doesn't.
I do though. So, and I am kind of trailing behind Mr. Wizard.
That's
So,
not gonna help. I'm not gonna hold your hand the whole time.
sorry. So
I do have
step forward.
prestidigitation. Can I just? How big of a flame can I make with that?
No,
I don't know, but it's not the spell light, and they are distinctly different, so I'm assuming prestidigitation cannot do what you want it to do.
well, we do have torches, but I'm gonna go ahead and see what we see before we light a torch.
Sure. So both of you give me a perception check. Mr. Wizard, can you give me at disadvantage?
And then we can light a torch if there's not like a giant spider in this room. Ah, god damn it. Why am I roll shit tonight?
Okay, well,
Oh
makes
my
sense.
god. Are
That
we
I mean,
gonna
makes
you
go?
look
sense,
inside.
actually.
It just looks like your typical average ruins. Like, I mean, it looks like there's some fallen rocks, some
Nat
old
one,
stone
baby.
steps. That's about it.
What do you-
You're not even
you
at
want-
like a proper entrance. Like, it looks like someone fucking smashed their way in here.
Well, I'm gonna light a torch
Ah.
and hand it to Mr. Wizard, but
Uh-huh.
you gotta. What do you want to call that shot to, Mr. Wizard? I mean, Andrew.
Oh, that is an at one, unfortunately. Yeah.
To dungeons. The dungeon.
dungeon.
We're going. Yeah.
In all fairness,
second
you guys
immovable
now
rod.
playing with me as DM have experienced both dungeons and dragons.
And dragons. Well, dragon.
Never let anyone tell you different. So you light a torch.
A non-zero amount, to be fair.
And I hand it to Wizard because technically I don't really need it, but well, I still need it. You can't see like everything, but I'd rather have both hands free.
So I got some bad news.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Are those? Oh, are they undead?
I got some bad news.
Yes.
Only one way to find out.
When you light your torch and you sort of hold it up into the entrance to see what's going on in there, you can immediately see several gross, rotting, living corpses turn towards you and start shambling towards you.
Okay.
Click on
Two
your little
things.
characters and go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Two things. Can you fuck with my sheet, DM?
Can I fuck with your sheet? Yes.
Can you make me corpse killer?
Yo, y'all fuck with my sheet.
It's just +1.
But then
Like,
it
it's
also
a
does that.
It's a +1 dagger, and then you roll an extra die whenever it's attacking an undead.
Yeah,
I
can you
can't make
that
a
for-
modifier that happens to only work with undead.
Okay, well let me finish that. Can you just put a +1 dagger into my inventory and change its name to Corpse Killer or Corpse Slayer? Because I deleted it and I can't add anything to my sheet for some reason at the moment.
Hey, Manuel, do me a favor.
Yes.
In the top
No,
right.
drag and dropping doesn't work.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I told you
drag and dropping.
it won't load. It won't load the way where just a sub window. So it won't let me do it. I know how to do it. I figured that out a long time ago.
Okay, well, I just did it.
Thank you. That's all I needed to do. Thank you. I could rename it myself, I think.
I believe you.
Oh shit! Don't count that.
I'm certainly not going to count a random attack that doesn't matter. I do need you to click on your character, though, and roll initiative.
Hold on. Dagger +1. This is Corpse Slayer. Okay. There it goes. Sorry, I just had to finish that. For the record, I don't know if I want to do the start of my turn, but I'm gonna drop the torch.
Okay.
If Mr. Wizard
Okay,
wants
so
to
you're
pick
just
it up,
shooting everywhere then?
Mr. Wizard wants to pick it up or not, I don't know, but I'm gonna drop the torch.
No, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Well, you can DM that and decide how if it's gonna go out eventually, or if I manage to fall into a sconce.
I mean, it's just on the ground. I'm not worried about it.
okay, but let me click on myself and there it goes. I did it. I'm a big boy.
Figure out all of them.
Wait, how many are there?
It's impossible to say.
I mean, I can see 3, 4.
It's
But you're
impossible
like
to
way
say.
more.
It's impossible to say. Pryor, can you roll initiative for me?
Oh, fuck. Yes, sir.
Click on your little guy and roll initiative.
Hey!
You did it.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I'm getting like undead fighting mode. Dun,
Of course you
dun,
will.
dun, 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 dun.
You guys
Dun,
ready for some
dun,
combat?
Dun, dun, dun. Yes.
Hope so, because we're starting.
Who goes first?
Yeah, I mean, I figured.
Skeleton goes first.
Wait, who rolled a 20? Wait, what's that shot?
Uh-huh.
I did!
What's the shot to?
Shout to the fucking MCS tomorrow.
Sure.
NCS? Sure.
I was getting fucking protagonist power. God, I fucking swear.
Master Circuit series. I figured it out on my own. Let's go. Wait, that fucking moved all the way over here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he booked it, huh?
What do you mean he booked it? He was he was right
He
here.
charged in, dude.
He
Calm
was
down.
here. He just
Calm
wasn't
down.
revealed because you can't see around corners.
Oh.
That's how they get you,
Jesus.
the government, man.
Alavic, you're right in front. He's attacking you. But he misses. He runs up, throws a short sword at you. You're able. It just glances off your armor, no problem. Pryor, we're up to you, bud.
Shot to Pleiades, breaking it round 2. Oh, damn. This truck is talking shit.
No, I actually listen. I bricked round 1 last week. I fucking got washed. Here's the thing.
This seems like the worst time to start a conversation about something separate.
No, it's actually the best time to do it.
No,
I
just
fixed
roll-
everything that happened to be that issue from last week, and I got the fucking sauce this week.
Look, just fight something.
Oh no!
Did,
that's
did
exactly
I
what
misinterpret what
fucking
happens
do.
when we start combat? Why are we talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh or something?
You can't stand on top of me,
You
sir.
think that's not combat?
Sir, you cannot stand on top of your friends.
You cannot stand on top of your friends.
Well, not with that spirit.
You have to either huck something at them or
Push
go a
past
different
them or
way.
something. Yeah.
If I throw a javelin, will that actually like possibly hurt them?
I
Yes.
don't know about your elaborate knowledge of skeletons, but you assume, yeah.
I mean, in theory,
You
you
can
can't
throw
really
Wake
kill a
Thrasher.
skeleton. Yeah, you can
You
throw
can,
it.
in fact, throw a Wake Thrasher if you'd like to.
I'm not gonna throw Wake Thrasher. I'll throw a
I mean,
javelin though.
Then throw a javelin. An 18
Well,
definitely
presumably,
hits.
if you throw a javelin, it like sticks on the bone. I don't know.
What does that hit for? Or
You
does it
gotta
hit?
click the javelin button.
The
You gotta click it
javelin does
again.
hit. You need to click javelin in chat.
Okay. I just want to make
Same
sure it
way
actually
we've done
hit.
it for the last 28 sessions we've played.
Why does every time this happens? Okay, there goes. It's 8 damage.
It is still standing, but I mean it doesn't bleed, so we'll say it's cracked.
It's cracked.
You do have another attack because of your extra attack. Would you like to whip another one?
Yeah, sure. I'll go with one more.
Go nuts.
I think that doesn't hit.
13 does hit.
Well,
Oh,
these are
shit,
like
okay.
skeletons. They don't really have like plate mail armor on.
You should give him your plate mail.
7's enough. This skeleton shatters to pieces and falls to the ground.
Cool. Neat. There we go.
I'm going to assume you're not going to rage retroactively, so I'm going to move on to the next thing.
Nah. Yeah. Good.
10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, you could have moved inside the room,
30.
couldn't you have?
This skeleton's going to run up here, and he's going to shoot a little crossbow, I believe.
Oh, that crafty fucker.
I'm sorry, a short bow. He's going to shoot it at Mr. Wizard.
Okay.
Not enough, though. Goes very wide, just sinks right into the wall. 5, 10. This one's going to try to do the same thing. We're going to say to Mr. Wizard as well. Again, they're just lobbing arrows randomly, and they're just sinking into the stone wall beside you. These skeletons don't seem like they're all there. Mostly because of the
Literally
undead
a
part.
samurai jack movie.
'Cause they're literally
10,
dead.
15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. This massive thing just kind of comes shambling up to you guys. You can see it's covered in like bandages and stuff that are all torn asunder
mummy?
and falling off of it. And it takes its whole turn just shambling up to you. Alavic, we're up to you.
Okay. Is that a mummy?
Jeez.
I don't know, bud.
Alavic would know that, but okay. Anyways, it's not a
Would
time for
he?
that.
Does he have elaborate knowledge of Egyptian undead?
Well, he has knowledge of undead. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. I don't know why I'm just sorry. First attack is good. I'm gonna lead with Corpse Slayer,
Okay.
and
The
then
26
does that
definitely
hit?
hits.
And then let me fix this. And then R//R. /R. 1d4.
I mean, all you have to roll is its normal. Oh, okay. I see.
Okay, well that's a 1, but there you go. It's 5.
Okay.
Oh wait, and then it's 7
What?
plus 2.
So 8 total damage.
Oh shit! I can't count, can I? Yeah.
8 total damage for the first
Thank
hit.
you.
Okay, so I'm seeing the piercing damage, right? The original. You rolled a 1.
Then-
You get +3 from your dex.
No, I get no. The piercing is 5, and then I rolled the extra g4 because it's undead, and then I get the extra +2 because it's my favorite enemy.
Gotcha.
8.
I understand.
Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you.
For a total of 8.
Yeah, I still got the number wrong, so thank you, Andrew, for fixing that. And then I'm gonna attack with the short sword second, two-handed
Sure.
fighting,
23
and
hits.
that hits. And this is just a normal attack. That's for 6. That's a +2.
Okay.
I assume he's still standing, right?
Oh, certainly. That short sword looks like it barely even impacted him.
Okay, so my bonus action to be another attack, and I'm gonna go use Good Old Corpse Slayer, who's in the other hand.
20 hits.
You've done fucked that pretty bad, but the math all checks out.
Wait, what, did I say that wrong?
Your bonus action would be with your short sword, and you would get 2 attacks with your corpse slayer if it's your main hand.
Oh, well, it's the same thing. It's just
Yeah, it's
wait,
the
right?
same thing.
It's not.
It.
Continue. I knew what you meant.
Well,
I'm interpreting as intended, not as said.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for most of my turns. So just whatever I say, just pretend I'm saying it right.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
That's a 4. That's an 11. That's a 13 for the last
Yep.
damage. Is he still out?
He's still up.
He's taking like 20 some odd damage. I don't know the math, but yeah.
I'm gonna take your face and push it into a pile of bananas and make you admit that things have more than 10 health at higher levels.
Anyway, so
Oh, damn, he gonna straight Donkey Kong you. Holy shit.
just because I don't want to bottle. Shit.
Yes, you don't want to bottle what?
I can't. I don't want to move anyway. It's fine. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Never mind. I was gonna back up and like give us room to fight, but
I
if
don't need
do that,
hypotheticals, bud. What are you doing?
I'm done. Mr. Wizard will run. I know him too well, so I'm gonna just stay where I'm at.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Another mummy moves up.
Oh, it is a mummy.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
If I
This
called
little
him
guy's going to
Daddy,
move up
would
and
it be
shoot a short
offensive-
bow
offended?
at Alavic. 5 super doesn't hit.
Offended by what? Dads? What the fuck?
No, because he's a mummy,
5,
and I
10,
called him
15,
Daddy.
20, 25. This one's going to move up as well.
Mums have
Mr.
dad-
Wizard, we're up to you,
I
bud.
don't fucking...
I'm just being really stupid. Ignore me.
Yeah, guys, if we can save the bits for at least out of combat, that'd be awesome.
You say
Oh
that.
well, that's passing through.
I do say that.
Oh, they're in a neat line. Says Alavic, the obvious.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna use Thunderclap.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not, but because
You're
that's
not
pretty
sure?
loud. I'm not sure. um, I just want to get back off. So this mummy in front of me, I think I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at the 2nd level against
Okay.
him.
Do you have it set up in Roll20 to send to me?
No, I can link it. I have them all open.
Okay. Make your ranged spell attack, I suppose. If it's at the 2nd level, I assume it increases the amount of d8s you get to roll, if it hits.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Nice.
A22 definitely hits this mummy.
I'm choosing lightning damage against him. I don't know if he's
I
resistant
assume
to
that's
it,
very on brand for you.
but yeah. I don't think I'd care. I don't care if he's resistant or anything. And so it's gonna do
Jesus Christ! Look at all those polygons.
That's a lot of numbers.
14.
It is still standing.
I am then going to use.
I didn't do that. Oh, sorry. I'm
Sounds
just gonna
about
shut
right.
up now.
I'm going to use one of my new Storm Sorcerer abilities. I will link it in chat. And I am going to back up 10 feet with it.
Okay.
Oh, you fucking
So
would
you
run.
guys see, I shoot the chromatic orb, and I sort of like, with the energy of this lightning sort of like exiting this staff that I now have, this like glass staff that I'm using, I sort of just like wisp away back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. And by the way, it's fine. I'm just fucking with you. It's better if Pryor moves up anyway. But real talk, just to clarify something for myself, or maybe anyone else who might have missed it.
For it?
Were you able to buy that thing from that dude that was really expensive, or no?
No, I couldn't buy it.
Okay.
No.
That was it. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. This is the staff of defense that I have in my hand. And
Okay.
I'm using it as a spellcasting focus. But I shoot my chromatic orb, and then it's sort of like I propulse myself backwards with like this energy from it.
Pryor, we're up to you, bud. Unless Mr. Wizard had any other things to do.
Nope.
Pryor, your go, bud.
I'm coming. What the fuck is all this shit over here?
There's a lot of undead, bro. You whip out your axe. Let's go.
I can't go over people
Can't
as
go
they
over
are,
next to
but I
me.
can whip javelins over
No,
them,
you can,
right?
you can
Clear.
come next to me.
To be clear, you can walk up next to Alavic and you can hit the thing. Alternatively,
Okay, I just want.
you can walk through your friends. You just can't end your movement on top of them.
Yeah, but
Alright.
technically, me and the mummy are blocking the doorway, so.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just try attacking then.
Sure, give it a shot. Any rage or anything beforehand, or are you good?
Regular Wake Thrasher.
Sure, 19 hits.
All right, sick.
Nice.
No
It's
way.
still standing.
Lame. Just because I'm not raging, that means
Wait, did he just stop talking in the middle of that? Was that just
Yeah.
for me?
That means what?
Okay. Never mind. He did
I-
stop.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
his
his thing
headphones
died. Yeah, his thing died. You died. You're muted, Pleiades.
No, he
Come
figured
back.
it out. He figured it out.
I know,
Oh.
but there he goes. He's
Don't
turning it
hear
back on. I hear the hiss that he's turning his shit back on. That hiss has to be coming from him. See, I hear him clicking. You start talking. Sir, open your
Pleiades,
mouth.
can you hear us?
Oh, he can't hear us. That's the issue. I'm pretty sure if he started talking, we could hear him. It's he's not talking. If we get like Morse code or sign language, speak. Speak when spoken to. Well, I guess that wouldn't help. He still can't hear us.
Manuel, I promise, making the sign for orange in Spanish sign language is not speak.
Isn't speak just this? I'm actually not being.
I mean, you were doing this before, so.
Oh. Fun
Which,
fact.
which is actually orange in Spanish.
This is a really short aside, and while Pleiades fixes his audio, everyone talks. There's all this current move like we should teach kids sign language in school. I learned sign language in elementary school, and I went
I
to a
learned it
shitty
in
elementary
Spanish.
school. So I just want to say that that's
I
like, I learned it.
had
The kids not
But
anyway.
not in Hadzel.
the audio set to speakers, Realtek audio.
Okay.
It would help if I had this fucking
Yep.
plugged in.
You're fine. Anyway, so you hit for 15 damage. What's your next thing to do? Oh, okay. Lovely. Your next attack, sir.
Pleiades?
I love you, Pleiades, but you just finish your
What are you-
turn,
what are
then
you
fix your
doing?
shit.
And now we're here. I had it plugged in.
Are
There
you
goes
good
the-
now?
Yes, we are absolutely good now.
Okay, would you
Okay.
like to attack a second time?
Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead and roll another one.
Should I go
Yes,
ahead
sir,
and
but I
click
haven't
on Wake Thrasher?
Yep.
No,
The-
click
on-
like the same as you made the first attack roll.
I swear to God, he acts like it's his first time. By the
It's the
video
first time
series.
every time. Okay, yep, that hits. You
Is that the
have
same roll?
destroyed this mummy. As you sink Wake Thrasher into his shoulder, he crumbles into dust and the bandages fall to the floor.
Mummy dust, mummy dust. It's a ghost song. Anyway,
Would you like to do anything with your bonus action or movement, or shall I move to the next person?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Skeleton is gonna shoot at you, Pryor. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's a short sword. I need a short bow.
That'd be nice.
Not enough to hit.
Nope.
The other one is going to do the same thing, also to Pryor. That's still the short sword. I need the short bow. And a 13 does not hit. These skeletons are shooting super wide on you. Alavic, you're up to you.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna have to move forward, aren't I? Well, I'm gonna move here.
I mean, there's a life metaphor in here somewhere, I guess. but-
Okay, I can't move further because I'll be attack of opportunities. I'll stay here.
Music just stopped?
Now, this isn't so much meta, more of just remind me again. Have we attacked either of these two, or are they both fresh?
Everything currently alive is fresh.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. Well, I'm gonna attack the one directly in front of me, so maybe Pryor can take the other one. So the one
Give it a
directly in
shot.
front of me, and I'm gonna hit him once again.
You're gonna try.
I'm gonna do these probably in the wrong order, but I'm gonna do them.
Uh-huh.
So it's Corpse Slayer,
24 hits.
and that's gonna be for that. And oh, you know what? I'm gonna just start doing 1d4 plus 2. That would
Smart
make a
man.
lot more. So that's gonna be 11,
You got it.
and then short sword.
An 8 does not hit.
God damn it! And then Corpse Slayer again.
19 does hit.
And then that's going to be that. And then also, I should just cut and paste this is what I should do.
Well, actually, if it matters at all, I don't know if it'll work the way you want it to, but if you make a roll consecutive times in a row, you can go into chat, hit the up arrow on your keyboard, and it'll copy the last roll you made. I don't know if that'll work the way you want it to, just kind of because, you made a bunch of rolls in between, but...
Oh, okay. Oops. Well, whatever. I already cut and pasted that. Oh, that didn't work that way. It's /R. Sorry.
Stop trying to go to Reddit.
That is the nicer /R that
Okay, so
I
it's
was
11.
thinking of.
That's literally 211. It's 22. Is he alive?
Yep.
God
He
damn
is still
it.
alive.
There's
Much
an
like the last
infinitely
one,
worse
much like the
/R.
last one, he has more than 22 health, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. Some of these zombos could be normal zombos.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
No.
Okay. This other one's going to shamble up to you and try to attack you.
You could try.
He's going to try. Does the 12
And
happen
he's
to
gonna
hit you?
fail. No.
Yeah.
How am I gonna
Define
attack
fail.
rotting
It's supposed to
fists?
use both of these, and interesting. This one, let me use a little measuring
Wait, are these
tool.
all mummies?
I'm gonna say it can't
Depends.
see Mr. Wizard clearly, but it can see both of you clearly. Also, no, they're not all mummies. I need a wisdom save from Alavic and from Pryor. I need a wisdom save.
Okay, we're gonna die. I'm just telling y'all that right
Alavic,
now.
you're fine?
Do you please tell me you know where the fuck the wisdom saves are again? Because you seem to forget.
I
every
do.
time.
The issue is that it doesn't matter if I know where it is. We're
I know
still
you have
fucked.
a negative. You might. Well, you're fucked. I passed.
Hagwa senfa, Hagwa senfa, Hagwa senfa, Hagwa senfa, Hagwa senfa.
Oh,
Yep,
see, you
you're
did.
both
You
fine.
did better than me.
Oh, thank God.
All right, that is that thing's turn. We are up to a skeleton. It's going to walk up a little bit, but just inevitably shoot a short bow at Alavic. 13 does not hit.
Nope.
So we're up to another mummy. He's going to use his fist attack against Alavic again. 12 does not hit. These guys are rolling super low. You guys are getting pretty lucky. Mr. Wizard, we're up to you, bud.
Oh, for the record, I just checked. Oh,
Oh.
never mind. Never mind.
All
Ignore
right,
what I
never
said.
mind.
You never mind now.
Mr. Wizard, we're up to you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was right. Sorry. For the record, I just read. I roll wisdom checks at advantage.
I believe you.
That
For
does
future-
absolutely
for future
sound like
I
a straight
trust you
answer.
to learn your own class.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just looked it
Yep.
up because I remember
Mhm.
reading that earlier. Anyway,
If I'm right, here,
Uh-huh.
would I hit all 3 of these people?
I think you're
Only
really
one
pushing
way
it
to
with that one in
find
the
out.
bottom left. Please, we don't need a comment every time he asks me a question. I feel like a teacher teaching a class during COVID right now. I think you're really
How'd you
pushing
even
it
know
on that.
that?
I feel
Shut
like you're
up.
really pushing it on that bottom left one, but I'll let it happen.
Okay. If I'm right here,
You'll definitely hit all 3, but you would also potentially hit Pryor.
yeah, I just feel like it's fair. There's pros and cons here.
I mean, Pryor has
Um,
danger sense, so if it's a dex-based roll, you are
It is not.
bad news.
No, wait. It is a dex-based roll.
Good
Okay.
news.
Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, what are you doing?
The 3 of them and Pryor need to make a dexterity saving
Pryor,
throw.
make a dex saving throw. At
Oh, not me
advantage.
though. Okay.
I need 1 skeleton and 2 mummies. So here's 2 mummies. Here's a skeleton.
I like how I figured
it's-
out my wisdom bonus thing,
I
and I just
actually
realized.
preemptively had these
24
fucking
hours.
save throws macroed.
All right, Mr. Wizard, depict what happens. Who passed? Who failed?
So we got. So the 2 mummy. The skeleton's the only one that succeeded. Yes.
I don't know what your DC is.
I was gonna say, you tell
the,
us.
It's 13 is the DC.
Okay, then Pryor also succeeded. It's meet it or beat it.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. So yeah, you guys see from back. I sort of like float away, and then you just see me. I don't even spit on my hands. It's just pure lightning, just shoots out of my mouth. You get hit by it a little bit prior. Like you feel these like jolts, sort of. You like your hair, sort of
My
like
hair
bounce
what?
on you. Your hair
Oops.
sticks up. The hair on
Okay,
my body.
okay.
And like you get singed a little bit, but I guess the 2 mummies really get the blunt end of this. So you're gonna take half damage
Okay.
from everyone who succeeds still takes half damage.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. We are 6th level now, so I actually get an extra D6.
Because I was gonna say, like, whatever damage it is after everything's said and done, just let me know so I can subtract it.
So you're gonna take 6 damage, and everyone else is gonna take 12.
Noted.
Yeah.
Ha!
At 6th level, the damage increases to 3d6.
Mr. Wizard, anything for your bonus
Voice
action
it.
or your movement?
I think the little bit of lightning that hits Pryor, it's gonna give him bardic inspiration.
Sure.
So that jolt of lightning,
what die do you give him at level 7?
A D8.
Okay. I just want to double check.
Yeah. It makes you feel invigorated, Pryor. This lightning jolt, like you just
Anything else for you?
That's so loud.
No, I think I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay. Then the mummy's gonna wander up and try to attack Pryor. A 17 is exactly enough to hit. Well, no, never mind. It's definitely more than enough. Do me a favor. Roll me a Constitution saving throw, Pryor.
Okay.
Ah,
That is
shit.
lower than 12. So you are taking a total of 19 damage. And you are now cursed.
Wait, serious?
You cannot currently regain hit points,
Okay.
and your hit point maximum is reduced by 3d6 for every 24 hours that elapse. So in
Okay.
24 hours, you will lose about 10 hit points. If you ever reach 0, you die and turn to dust.
Okay.
Don't just take that so casually.
Pryor,
Is that it?
I'm sorry. No. Unfortunately, I have to do a dreadful glare for Mr. Wizard now because he is seeable. Mr. Wizard,
right.
can you make me a quick wisdom saving throw, please? Don't roll low.
Wisdom saving. Well,
That is low. until
So
the
I'm
end
gonna
of the
be
mummy's next
frightened.
turn. If the target fails the saving throw by 5 or more, which you didn't, you were
Uh-huh.
paralyzed. The target succeeds the saving throw, so nothing happens? I'm confused here.
No, I'm frightened.
Oh, yeah. Magic or becomes frightened until the end of the mummy's next turn. Okay. You have the frightened condition. Meaning you,
I
I
don't-
believe that just means you have to use your movement to walk away from it. Is that right?
No, I can't move closer to him.
Oh, okay.
I can't willingly move closer to him.
Pryor, we're up to you, bud. Pryor.
I know. Hold on, 1 second. Oh God. Okay, there we go. Woo! So the question was here. Pryor's here. This zombie specifically to the left of Alavic is not fucking dead.
Well, it's
Cor-
dead, but
It's
yeah,
not
it's
dead,
alive.
if that's what you're asking.
Not like dead. Yes.
Correct. And that means what?
I'm measuring it. I'm like weighing it against the fucking like spur sounds.
Against the what?
Spur sounds.
He is just making up shit. Keep going.
No.
Do you-
And the background sound. It sounds like spurs, like cowboys and shit like that.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and attack him
Sure.
because that's. I mean,
Attack
what
the
else?
thing next to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
$19 is enough.
All right, sick. There we go.
Way down the damage.
Click on the damage.
I thought I did.
It is still standing.
Bonus action.
You don't have to use a bonus action to attack, but you can use your second attack because you use the attack action.
Sick. I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. Woo!
Oh my god.
Suck my dick.
Hold on. I'm not gonna suck your dick, but hold on. Let me put that shot. To what?
To protagonist fucking power.
Okay. Oof. Hold on. Is that mummy dust thing? Is that a wisdom? Oh, it's Constitution. God damn it.
All right. A fuck ton of damage.
Click on the thing. Oh, there it goes. Is it a live DM? How?
How? You all right?
Did Hal just die?
I am wondering. Wait, hold on. Let me double check to see if he disconnected.
Wait, is he
For half a
frozen
second.
or is he like just dead? No, he's frozen. He's not moving.
How? Oh wait, hold on. How? Okay, try again. Okay,
we can
you're
s-
waving, but I can't hear you though. Wait, hold on.
Is that
Oh,
better?
you guys were looking at that. Oh,
Okay,
Hello?
so the second that I removed you from the scene, I heard you, and now I added you back to the scene, and I also can hear
Okay.
you.
I have been here the whole time. I've been able to hear everything. I don't know why you couldn't hear me or see me.
Fucking weird shit.
Do me a favor. Roll Wake Thrasher's damage again. Just the
Okay.
exact same way you just did. I will do the math.
It already did that.
It did.
I know, but he's an orc.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This mummy is
Oh.
deceased. Once again, you drive Wake Thrasher into it, and it crumbles to dust, and the bandages fall to the ground.
Does it crumble to mummy dust?
I don't care.
I was gonna keep making that same joke.
It is 12:37 in the morning for me. I can't express this enough. We can't afford to do a bit after every single thing that happens.
How? I have a fucking tournament at 1 p.m. I understand.
Whatever.
But
Keep
come
going,
on.
Keep going. Keep going.
Would
Keep
you like
going.
to do anything with your bonus action or your movement? Would you like to move up or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and move up.
Move up to where you'd like. All right,
I'm
good
worried
talk.
for my friend.
That's it.
A skeleton is going to rush up and try to attack Pryor.
You try.
I mean, it's going to try. They've been rolling like ass all day. 15 is enough to hit you though. Take 5 points of piercing damage.
I know.
No, Pryor, if you die, you turn to dust. Be careful.
No. If he dies from the curse, he turns to dust.
Oh, he can't just die. We heal him normally.
The other one's
Okay.
gonna walk up to Alavic and attack him.
You could try.
Attack him with a short sword.
Oh, and he succeeded.
Take 5 piercing damage, nerd.
Damn.
We're up to you, bud.
Couldn't be me.
I'm going to attack the same one I attacked earlier, the one that's directly in front of me. Once again, you know the order. I mean, I'm going to do it in my order, but apparently it's wrong. So Corpse Slayer.
17's enough.
So that's going to be that, plus this.
Okay.
And that's
Noted.
that.
It's still
And
up.
I'm
I'm sorry, wait. You're attacking the one that you already attacked, right?
Yeah.
That one
Is it dead?
falls to the ground dead.
Okay.
Whoa,
so
were you dead? You know what I mean.
So I'm going to attack the other mummy that's to my left, the one that Pryor can't get to even if he wanted to.
Okay.
Oh. Is that a mummy? It doesn't matter. I'm going to attack that thing. Not
can
the
you
skeleton.
Ping it? There's like
Yeah.
4 of them.
This fucker.
Got it.
So I already rolled. That's
A
25.
short sword, 25 is enough.
So, and that's going to be for this.
Okay.
It was going to be for 8, actually. Sorry. Not
Yeah.
just for that.
And
And then-
anytime I don't see you roll the extra, I will assume it's also +2 with
And
whatever you.
does the
get
Corpse
for.
Slayer hit?
12 does hit.
Okay. So that's going to be that, and then plus
Mm-hmm.
this. Oh my god, I didn't click in the box. And then plus this.
Okay. This one's obviously still standing.
Yeah, and I'm going to just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Damn, imagine clicking the
That
box
one's going to
just
go, and it's
standing where you
going
are.
to try to attack you with its fist. It did it! Go ahead and roll that
Wow.
DC 12 con saving throw, and also take, what is that, 17 points of damage?
To me?
Yeah!
Imagine.
The audacity. The second time you've gotten hit with this 8 enemy combat,
Hold on.
and you're offended
See-
that he hit.
Mr.
See,
Wizard,
this
I
is
need-
why.
I need
This
you
is
to-
specifically why. And also, Mr. Wizard
I-
is gone. Wait, never mind. Mr. Wizard is
I
here.
was right there. I
I'm
need
right
you to
here.
bless this
Mr.
roll before I
Wizard's
make it. Just bless the roll before I make it. Just say, I bless you, my child.
Okay. I'm giving you the cross.
Okay.
Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Oh my god! God damn.
Interesting.
This-
Damn, imagine having the
Hey,
Father,
so
the
not
Child,
only
and
are
the
you
Holy Spirit,
frightened,
and still.
but also you failed it by at least 5. That was the glare. That's fine. You're
Wow.
fine. But you are cursed. So you're not frightened. Rather, your hit points will be reduced in 24 hours. And if it reduces you to 0 eventually, you pass away.
Wait, so am I just,
good
like,
luck finding something to curse you. The skeleton goes next.
I mean, more
Wait,
or less, yeah.
wait.
What?
Am I as bad as Pryor now?
Yeah.
No, you're worse.
Anyway, Alavic. He runs up and tries to attack you with a short sword and doesn't do so. Mr. Wizard, we're up to you, bud.
No, anyway, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, continue.
No, the fear was the thing if you lose by more than 5.
That was the glare. I
Um,
was confusing the glare with the fist.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Sorry, you
Alright.
scared me. I thought I was worse than Pryor, but no, we're just in the same boat.
If you say so.
My friends are not looking good, huh?
We're both cursed.
I mean, it's not ideal.
There's one mummy left. You can kill the fucker for us. Do us a favor.
I don't know if I can. I'm gonna come over here
Uh-huh.
and you guys like hear like lightning crackle, and then like you see me reappear behind this guy in like a burst of lightning. I'm using Misty Step, and then I'm gonna attack him with my cool new trident. Just as a regular.
Are you able to use
melee
Misty
attack.
Step as a bonus action?
It is always a bonus action, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I just assumed it was an
Yeah.
action.
No, it's a bonus action.
The only one I'm super familiar with is Healing Word, because the amount of times I've like downed players and they're like, "Yeah, just Healing Word every turn. Just get them right back up." They're fine. They're a punching bag.
That makes sense.
Oh
That's
god damn!
That happened to
Thank
me.
God
that
it's
happened
not
to
a
Jordan.
one.
Now,
That happened to
unfortunately,
Jordan in episode.
a 7 does not hit.
fair. Yeah, I tried, you guys.
If we die, we die
Mr.
together.
Wizard
As
got anything
long
else up
as
your
it wasn't
sleeve?
one.
No, I bonus action movement.
All right, Pryor, you're up.
The sound of those spurs bangling, that is just like something you added?
I'm changing the music. You're transfixed on something absurd.
I know.
Okay.
Just keep playing.
Fair
please.
enough.
Uh,
Okay.
Wait, DM, what was the damage?
just
I
wanna make
never,
sure.
I never recorded it. 17.
8 plus 9, 17.
Okay.
What are you attacking, bud?
This thing right in front of me.
All right, that hits. Roll for damage. It passes away. You shatter the bones to pieces.
Do you get a bonus action?
You always have a bonus action, but if you mean, can you make your second attack? Yes.
Absolutely. We're gonna fucking do this.
To be clear, because you hit level 5 as a barbarian, you have the ability extra attack, which means that when you use your action to attack, you actually get 2 attacks.
Oh,
You will
okay.
always have 2 attacks unless, like, you attack something and then you kill it and then there's just nothing near you.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
A 14 also hits. This one also shatters to pieces.
Woo!
Let me just.
Would you like to move?
Yeah, sure. I'll move one space.
I allow it.
That is a weird space to move to, but okay.
Mr. Skirleton is going to try to attack Mr. Wizard with a short sword
Oh my god.
for 5 points of piercing damage. Alavic, we're up to you, bud.
I'm looking a little bedraggled, but I'm like, for Wyvern Spur! And then Corpse Slayer.
You would.
And then that hits.
Stab his ass.
Yep.
And then that plus this.
Fuck him up.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Okay. Then it's this. And that misses, I'm sure.
That misses, definitely.
And then for Wyvern Spur!
24
Oh,
definitely hits.
see? That apparently works. And then it's that plus this.
Still alive?
Oh my fucking fuck.
Get fucked.
Okay, I'm done. Wait. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. It's gonna be this mummy's turn. It's gonna try to attack you, Alavic.
Why me? What'd I do to it?
Attacked it.
Several times.
Ooh, 17 isn't exactly enough.
My god, motherfucker.
You're already
please.
cursed, so I'm not worried about that part, but you take 18 damage.
I'm just an innocent man.
Mr. Wizard, we're up to you, bud.
Now that I'm close enough to him,
By
he's
the way,
not
I'm very
wearing any
bloodied.
metal, is he?
Discernibly, no. He's not even wearing armor.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think I want to touch him with my actual, like, hands.
Uh-huh.
But if you'll let me cast Shocking Grasp with my cool new trident thing.
Does Shocking Grasp require you to touch them? Like, is it a touch attack?
It says it
Oh.
springs from your hands to deliver a shock to the creature. I'm just saying
If it
thematically. I don't think I
springs
wanna
from your
touch
hands,
him.
that's fine. If it specifically says you lay your hands on a creature to do
Yeah.
this, then
It-
I would
I
I
need-
would check you on that one. But
I need to be touch AC. I need to actually be able to physically touch him. Or
Ah.
close enough
do you,
to touch
do you need
him.
to touch them, or does it need to be within a 5-foot range?
Those
No,
are
the
different
range
things,
is
to be
touch.
fair.
I mean, if the range is touch, man, you gotta touch it.
Like tips.
Wait, but I think what Mr. Wizard
Listen,
is trying
some
to
of
say,
us are
like,
going for
if-
the
if he-
fucking Resident Evil marathon go, or
if he
like they're
touches-
like
We
clear.
can't
Shut
afford
up.
bits. Pleiades, please let
Pleiades,
Mr.
stop.
Wizard finish his turn.
All right,
No,
fair
I was
enough.
trying to say, like, is that thing all metal? Because I think he's trying to say, can he conduct it through the
No,
trident?
no. What I'm just trying to like thematically. I don't know if Mr. Wizard would want to touch this thing, but he
Oh.
like, he kind of puts he looks defeated. He spits on his hand, and he kind of he
Gross.
puts his head away, and he touches him, but he's not looking as he like touches him. It's just like a
Okay.
quick, like real. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Yeah, he's not happy with it, but he's gonna cast Shocking Grasp against this thing.
sure. Give it a shot. 20 definitely hits. Nine is enough.
Okay.
You shock him, and you see some of the bandages sort of burn up, and then the dust that's inside just sort of like falls to the ground.
Okay, I immediately start wiping off my hand onto my cool new armor that I have.
Sure. Any bonus action or anything like that?
No, I didn't use a first level spell, so I can't move. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. Pryor, up to you, bud.
Kill the last skeleton. That's like literally Alavic saying that as he's bloody. to
Look
all
at this
hell.
dumbass little stupid motherfucker right here.
Hey, before you say anything, you
what?
can use your D8.
You do have
You-
Bardic Inspiration if you,
you
want
have
to
Bardic
add it to that
Inspiration.
before I reveal whether or not you hit.
So if you think the 12 is enough to hit,
If I'm going and like playing meta, yeah, I would. But
Uh-huh.
for the sake of like,
Uh-huh.
it's a
No,
enemy that isn't a major threat, I'm probably gonna play this loose and fast.
Cool, you don't hit.
you missed.
All right,
Fuck you.
That's fair.
Jesus.
Fuck you.
But I do have a bonus action.
You
That
do have a
fucking
second
gonna-
attack.
I,
yeah.
I feel almost ignored. I feel like maybe my efforts are in vain. You have a second attack.
Okay.
You get.
I
two
hope you
attacks.
miss. I hope you miss.
I hope you get less than 12 so we can use
We're
this
on the
D8 you
same
have.
fucking party.
I'm trying to use my. Okay.
A 24 hits.
Okay.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Imagine. Oh, I'm gonna shut up.
That is enough. The bones clatter to the ground, and the skeleton is defeated. You've solved my undead puzzle.
I'm sorry, everybody who had a dilemma prior
Hold
to
on.
this exact attack sequence. Somebody say something.
We have an issue. We're all cursed. Does anyone know how to uncurse the curse?
We might actually all be cursed. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not cursed.
Oh, fuck you.
He was just
Okay,
a little
but-
scared, but then that thing died.
How does one escape being cursed?
Getting
Hold on.
decursed.
Hold on. Before
Do we
before
have
this,
somebody in the party who recognizes that?
maybe that's a next week thing.
I mean,
that's
technically,
DM
I could have
choice.
learned how to do it, but I did not take.
Yeah, for the record, if it's not a DM thing, I'm gonna go fucking ask our artificer friend. But if so, then we could just call it for next week.
I don't think artificers learn how to.
I don't think they can either, but
That,
maybe he
that
has
might
some
be
scrolls.
too metagaming, but I'm
Yeah.
just.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it would be like a history, like fucking magic, like knowledge shit.
Because
No,
I
you
was reading.
literally need to know how to remove the curse.
I was reading this thing more. We can't heal ourselves, so we're gonna die.
Thank God, finally.
You know what? Let's end it there. On that lovely note, is this the end of Alavic and Pryor? Will Hismar show up, and will we tell him to learn remove curse?
We
When
we
he
are
pulls up?
almost done. I have like one last thing to do for
Oh,
you
my-
guys before you end the session.
Go ahead.
Because there is a chest right up here.
Oh, so Alavic limps towards the chest. Oh,
You
I
you
moved too far.
reluctantly limp towards the chest.
And I try to open it. Does it open?
Yeah, it literally pops right open. The chest is like almost like rotted and dried. Like the lock is completely like eroded off at this point. Like you literally
go.
lift it and you feel like you're about to snap the fucking hinges immediately.
And what's
then what
inside of this
happens?
lovely chest?
Inside of it, you find in various coinage, you find 173 gold pieces.
Uh-huh.
Also inside, you see there is a little miniature. Well, it's somewhere between a tiara and a crown. I'll call it a tiara for sake of just what it looks like. And in the tiara is a gem.
Is it the gem that we're looking
This
for?
is just like the whole fucking first season of Sailor Moon.
like
We are
clearly
not.
is
We are not looking for the gems this time. The guy's gonna give it to us.
Oh, you're right, stupid. I'll call myself
He
stupid.
sent
not
you here for something in here, and this seems
Okay.
to be the thing in the chest.
So there's those two things.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. Okay.
If
Well-
you did a very quick sweep of the room, you can see there's like little tombs and stuff, but they all have like very basic, like very rusted, eroded weaponry. You know, if you check the mummies and the skeletons, they have like short bows, like short swords, like nothing fancy.
Well, I guess I looked to Mr. Wizard because I wouldn't know this because the meta. But I looked to Mr. Wizard like you wouldn't happen to know how to uncurse somebody, would you?
I sort of like I start like rummaging through my bags. And I'm pulling out random stuff. I'm like, is this anything? I'm just like pulling out like random stuff from my adventurers pack. Oh, I got nothing.
Wow.
Wow. If only our traveling companion, when I asked him, should we prepare for anything that we're gonna face, if he had told us there might have been undead. Anyway, will that end it?
Are there any amount of semi-regular stream events that happen that you would like to go ahead and advertise for?
No, I'm asking DM before we end.
Oh shit! Yeah,
you,
go ahead.
You guys return to Samuel, and he sticks one of his like tools into the little tiara, pops out the jewel, and hands it to you, and says, "There you go, the jewel
Wait.
I promised."
No, we're looking for the Chrono Aurora gem.
Yes, that's it.
This is it?
Of course, I knew the
Then-
location of it.
Then what are you here for?
Oh, I wanted the tiara
Why?
for my beautiful wife.
But y-
This is how I know Manuel is a boomer. He's
No, hold
never
on, hold on.
watched Sailor Moon.
hold on. So you never had the gem.
I knew where it was, so in essence, I had it in theory.
But look,
This is how you know Manuel's a boomer. He never actually watched Sailor Moon.
Can you remove a curse?
Me, no. If you want to remove a curse, you'd need like a cleric or a paladin or a warlock or a wizard.
Literally everything you explained
I have
would have been
friends that
explained
maybe could do that
by
for
Sailor
you,
Moon
but that would be
physics.
back in town, not now.
Well, look, just take us back to town. I'm just done with these people. Look, play these people.
Yes, I mean, I am done here. I require nothing further.
So, and as we're about to leave, I'm like, and this time, imagine us walking out of the cave, and it does the movie thing where it's
Anime?
fading to black, and I'm like, and this time I'm laying in the cart.
He
carriage.
does not allow you into the carriage.
Oh my
Hey,
god, I'm
get
literally
fucked!
dying. I am bloodied and mummy dusting. but
That's
it's
where his
fine.
wife is. He is not allowing anyone into the cart.
Damn, imagine.
Is she like a slug woman?
No.
And before you asked, that was the thing in a Breath of Fire game. But anyways, I guess that's it. We're going back to town, and we'll figure this out next week when we uncurse ourselves.
In one way or another, yes, we will figure this out for next week. In the meantime, would
is
you
that a
like to go
reference to
ahead
sa-
and advertise streams for the oncoming week?
Yeah, this Tuesday we're doing UPZ with Hina, and then we're doing more Final Fantasy VII
UPZ with
with
Hina
the-
being about
on
what?
Tuesday. About idols or about OnlyFans. And I know those are two very different topics,
There you go.
but we're going to do one or the other. Probably not both, for obvious reasons.
Let me know if you need somebody to support.
But Thursday is going to be more Thursdays or Wednesdays going to be more gaming with Warren from 167. We named everyone after fruits. We just got Yuffie, who we called Yuzu, and we called Tifa melons, and we called Eris
Wait, hold on,
peach.
hold on. You're gonna be playing what?
I don't need to be caught up on the lore. What else?
What are you gonna be
And then
playing?
Friday, 5.7, and then Friday
go.
is going to be here back again at the 28th, and that's it. That's it. That's
There
everything.
we go. Perfect. All right.
But is that a Sailor
Immaculate.
Moon reference? This entire thing?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, please just making shit up. Okay, never mind.
No, Sailor Moon has had enough seasons where enough shit is like wild where you
How close
can't
us out?
draw that.
How close us out?
Thank you so
Fine,
much for
whatever.
joining us on Drink Talk Roll. We hope you enjoyed our programming. And again, if you decided to drink along with us, we ask that you do so only responsibly. And if you did decide to drink along with us, only don't drink and drive. We just ask that you be safe, be kind. And if you'd like to join us next week, we'll be here. We'll be passing the torch off to Andrew, who has a one-shot in mind, I believe. Maybe a two-shot. It depends on what you want to do with it.
Let's
I
do
trust
it.
you and believe in you.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Be
okay,
kind
we're
to
gonna
each
just-
other, be good. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
I mean, I don't plan on like moving to a different area. We're just gonna take our people and yeah.
We're just
No,
doing,
oh,
we're
it's
just
the-
doing
We'll
like
talk
a
about
little
it
one
next
shot.
week.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
But that's it.
All right.
Thank you for
Peace
joining
out.
us,
Love
everyone.
y'all.
Have a wonderful night.
Ganbare.
That was good. We actually didn't deviate that much. I don't